giggling.
All right. So
Why am I laughing?
The bluntness is amusing and refreshing is why, for me at least.
Yeah.
if you guys recall, last week you guys were at. Hold on, I got relay.
The bluntness is amusing and refreshing.
I got a relay. Okay, so as I was saying, last week you guys made it to the land of the dreams, and over there, you guys, I'm pretty sure, spoke with someone at possibly a restaurant, I want to say.
Yeah.
A restaurant or a bar.
Their version of the
I
restaurant.
basically questioned.
Sorry?
We were like right here somewhere, and they want us to avoid the desert while going to a different place.
Yeah, you guys were like, oh,
I think it was a.
Right there.
Yeah, I think they wanted us to go to Zakarian right here.
No, it was over here. They wanted us over here.
Ah,
yeah,
Pretty sure.
So you were told that I'm pretty sure you were told to avoid the desert.
Yeah, the Eastern Desert.
Yeah, and the stony desert too, and to be careful with whatever sea creatures you may find. In that you were told that ultimately you needed um, to figure out what your mission was, what your goal was over there on the line of the dreams before you are able to go back to your world. Or to wake up, I guess. Now, if you recall, some of you are there possibly because of the issue with the cultists that you guys are having.
Looking at Anita.
Yeah. She seems to be thoroughly harassed. I don't think it's sexual, but still harassment. And and then you are pretty much there trying to locate your family because they sort of went and took a nap. They're just not waking up. It might have had something to do with the cultists giving them some sort of sleeping aids. But you know, no one's pointing fingers.
I'm definitely pointing fingers at them.
So, and as far as I recall, you guys just finished talking to that guy. So, what is it that you guys want to do? Is there a some sort of plan on how you guys are going to?
Can I ask a question?
You can ask.
You may.
Are your kids and wife, are they in the dreamland? I didn't catch that from
Yes,
listening to the.
We established due to the fact that they are comatose and nothing can wake them up.
But they're somewhere in this dreamland.
As far as we know, yes.
Okay. And then I was going to ask.
I'm still mad at the hospital for not even trying to help get their stomachs pumped.
Yeah. And then Anita, I was wondering, can you think of any reason why you're like the most, like the key to this whole thing? Like, is there anything with your family or your background of why they would want you in particular?
I mean, I was close with Hilda, maybe that would make me special, but like
I thought
not
they
with
like
my
said they
family.
brought Hilda there to get you to come.
Well, no, because Hilda originally died back on a different campaign on one of the Sunday missions, Sunday games, and then it was a little bit of a different situation that she died. But ultimately, she died in a ritual.
I thought that cultist said that this all revolved around Anita. Like Anita was the one. This was like they had
She
brought
did.
Hilda here to draw her there.
I know, I
She did
remember that as
mention
well.
something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just wondering if there's any reason that you can think of why it would be you.
I'm not.
Any weird stuff in your family or
I mean, I guess some weird things happened when I was a little kid, but that happens to everybody. Becca, I don't know if there's anything that makes my character special.
Special? No, not necessarily. No, I wouldn't say any of that makes her special. You can decide if maybe your character has any kind of connections to anything that may or may not necessarily be connected to the occult in some sort of way through a family member or a friend or significant other,
She thought,
or maybe
yeah,
you were not, but maybe since Hilda was somewhat of a significant other, maybe Hilda could have been.
yeah. Growing up, Anita thought she could talk to animals and see ghosts, but as she grew up, kind of discounted that and thinks that the reflection she saw of Hilda in the mirror was just in her mind. Nothing supernatural there.
okay, cool. All right, thank you. That's all I got.
All good, all good. Yeah, I'm all. You guys ask as many questions as you have, definitely. Um, you know, might as well get that.
Before we go anywhere,
Well,
if
you guys
I may
appear
offer a
down here
suggestion.
in Aforet.
Getting a weapon.
Yeah, and you guys apparently the one guy that you guys talked to over there at the restaurant, diner, whatever, he told you that the area where the servants of Cthulhu are, that they are over here in Enganok. So you may have to figure out exactly how to get up north. Oh yeah, he told you to avoid the deserts and the mountains of madness. I remember now.
If I may offer a suggestion,
Sure.
I'm talking in character. Why don't maybe we should gather more informations about this place, not just from one person? Like,
Sure, let's go find a talking
oh,
toad. That'll help out.
no, maybe we find that place was essentially a bar of sorts, correct?
Yeah.
Essentially a what?
A bar.
A bar.
Yeah, sort. Some sort. Yeah.
Okay, so let's try find people that have problems with faculties, aka they're drunk off their asses, and try to get the answers directly from them. Drunk people have trouble lying. We can ask around to get more information, political situations, factions, all that stuff that can affect the way we do things, where we go, how we go.
Well,
Discover if there is anything that resembles a library, maybe a place where we can get more detailed maps with safe routes.
so I don't have an issue with
Especially
you.
if there are
I don't. Let me answer this
locations.
real quick. I don't have an issue with you going and looking for more information, which is totally fine. However, considering that you are in the dreamlands, the whole concept of being drunk, it may not necessarily be alike getting drunk in, your regular world. Because, you have a lot of people
I'm
that are
a
not necessarily here, that are. So in this dreamland, right, you have two sorts of people. You have people that are just dreaming that are here, such as you. And then you have people that they actually live here with their physical bodies, such as the guy that was talking to you.
I'm aware my character isn't. So he's simply doing of what he would do in the unknown environment, new city, in the waking world.
I see. I see. Okay. Sure thing.
Learn about local gangs, currents among the local politicians, cops, dirty cops, anything and everything that can be of use. Learn what type of money they're using, if they're using any money, or if everything is done through exchange of goods and goods or services. Those are all information that can either save us or get us killed or worse. You don't want to get indebted to something that,
Well, I guess.
as far as I
I just
understood,
want to
is
get back to
borderline
my
God.
family, man.
That's fine, but you need to survive to get your family and to get back to them.
There's a couple of things that we have to we have to realize that are going on right now. Much like you guys are having a conversation, and I get that sometimes when we start a campaign or the continuation of a campaign is hard to get, and the immersion right away of the sense of urgency that some characters may have, some of them, right? Because you may have some characters much like Erlian's character, and I'm not talking about Erlian the player. I'm talking about his character, which he may be thinking, yeah, it might be a good idea to go talk to some people, figure out exactly what's going on. However, I can guarantee you that Louis Armstrong right now is maybe not necessarily sharing that sentiment very well, due to the fact that he may be in a little bit of a rush to try to find his family. He may
I
not
know.
be that easily persuaded when it comes to that. Now, everybody else, it's their own thing. Like, for example, I can tell you that Anita, in this case, she may not necessarily have a bone to bite with that. She probably is a little bit more freaked out of anything happening to her, considering all the situations you guys been going through, and that everybody's out to get her, like permanently. They're all like, I mean, that whole interaction between the mayor and Anthony's friend, that would have
That was Lewis.
that would have weirded out anybody.
Yeah, she was
That was
really
Lewis.
freaked out.
Right.
Yeah. Lewis is dead. Anthony doesn't even know who Lewis is.
Yeah. There's a great
Okay.
story about
Guys, let's go to let's put like this. The weird guy that gave us drug to get us here, that the time here flows differently. So if they are safe for a couple of days out there, if I understood correctly, we might have months in here to do things slowly and carefully
For
to
you to
get used
say,
to
buddy.
environment.
Listen,
I
I'm
don't know.
just, you know what? You do your thing. I'm going to do my thing. As he
There's
just starts to
there's
walk.
also a different sense of urgency that you guys should probably have. I mean, not necessarily counting Anthony,
Oh
which
no,
Anthony would
Thomas
have.
doesn't have a reason to rush.
Hold on.
He
Hold on.
doesn't have a reason.
Anthony, for one, he has a valid reason, right? But for two, you were also told that that the your enemies, whatever, they were coming over here to do something very very bad supposedly. And last time, last session when you were talking to the gentleman that he was trying to explain to you the area and whatnot, he did tell you that there's a couple of bad entities over there in Enganok that they may that that your enemies may want to be trying to bring to to reality, I guess. So there's that. I don't know how fast they are going. Who knows? But I wouldn't necessarily say that you will be in a position of being able to sit back, kicking your feet, and just be like, I got time. It's all good.
I think we should secure a boat somehow.
I mean, you guys can do whatever you guys want, but then again, it is important to try to keep in mind everything that was going on before when you arrive here, and to try to have in mind the different sense of urgencies that you guys had up until now, and also what's going on, with each and every one of you. Because I'm pretty sure that, for example, Maya at the same time, she, depending on what type of character she is, she's probably feeling some kind of way about to have to look over Anita all the time, because ultimately Maya's been keeping Anita safe.
There might be like a happy median between just like rushing off and spending a ton of time,
Right.
like talking to tons of people. So, I mean, if we want to get a little bit more information
That's why
before
I'm
we,
trying to get. Yeah, that's why you do your thing while I go find a fucking weapon or something. I ain't going around here, and I ain't going around here naked without a weapon.
Just to clarify, the rules were that we could dream our equipment into the dream world. Am I correct on that?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What did you ask?
I said, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it was that if you were dreaming about you having your stuff when you were going into the dream world, that you would wake up with your stuff.
Yep, that's fine. You can have your stuff.
Oh, I totally thought I remember last time that we didn't have any. He specifically was trying to say focus that he was armed with his weapons. If he does have them, he has them. My bad.
Oh, I mean, if you want to have them, I don't have any issue. You can dream that you have them.
All right, service pistol and shotgun. Let's go.
Yeah, but I would say I don't want us all to split up, but I think we should maybe find a boat and head towards that way. I'm sure there's somewhere on the way that we could stop if we needed to get more fuels for the land. I mean, I don't know how long of a trip it would take to get to where we need to be with the boat anyways, but I'm assuming it's going to be a pretty substantial distance.
Anywhere away from people sounds good with me. Like I'm a little scared of what might be in the water, but I'm more scared of all the people right now.
Yeah. I suppose we didn't really like. Do we think the desert's that bad?
I don't know what reason he
That's-
would have to lie about the desert if it like wasn't bad, telling us it was. More the other way around, right? If it was bad, he would have motivation to tell us like, "Oh no, go there, it's safe."
Yeah, that's true. Unless there's like cool stuff there, he just wants to keep us away from it. But probably more likely your thing. But I'm cool with both plans. I think we can merge them together, like Jack said, to find a boat and head out somewhere, and then we can either ask people on the boat for information or stop somewhere on the way to get information.
Where are we at right now on the map? I'm sorry.
You're over here in Afarat.
Oh, we got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
So as you're standing over there, everybody go ahead and roll spot hidden. I like that improvement roll, Erlian. That was pretty neat.
I'm making another character because I have plenty of character sheets, and right now I'm just sort of making another one.
Yeah, I gave them to you. All right, so those of you that passed the roll, you can't help to notice that a lady and a gentleman, both of them, I mean, a man and a woman, they just fly. You know, they're flying, and they just land. You know, right. I don't want to say next to you, but I want to say about 10, 15 feet away from you, and they just start walking on the street, and they they're just doing their own thing, but they just arrive flying over there. You know, kind of like
Okay, how do you do that?
Supermaning the whole thing. Just arrive there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna walk over, flag him down. Hey, how did you do that?
And then it says, "Oh well, you know, we've been here a long time. You know, once you're here a long time, the longer you're here, the more you master this place, and you're able to do things that that you wouldn't be able to do anywhere else. You know, this is our world now. We don't live outside of this dream world. So this is our reality," she says.
Okay. So, but how do you do it?
Well, you know, I eventually master the dream as the more and more time I spend over here, I end up unlocking the ability to be able to bend reality as I choose to, and therefore, if I choose that I can fly, you know, I am able to learn how to do it and do it.
Just have to think of a happy thought.
She said, "Well, I'm not necessarily sure that it's got anything to do with a happy thought, because I may be sad, and if I want to fly, I still can fly. But it's just a matter of, you know, putting the right amount of hours and being able to be lucky enough to be able to learn how to do something new. I mean, I know people that you know, they can get shot at, and they can just look at the bullets and make the bullets go away just as they're coming to them, and you will never be able to hit them with a gun."
Oh, people can do that?
Oh, people can do many things over here.
Guys, we might have some trouble.
This place is awesome. You will see some of the most incredible things going on here.
How long have you been in here?
I want to say about 3,000 years.
Holy.
I'm not sure I have that one.
Yeah.
Well, she says, there's here and there you will always have an option to learn to do things also in a shorter period of time. You may be lucky enough that in your path, whatever that is, you may or may not encounter at some point maybe some sort of aid book or something that may provide you with the knowledge to assist you into being able to do something. Sometimes you find things that you can use in here. Sometimes you find things that you can take with you when you go out, if you decide to leave. However, keep in mind that most of the things that you are able to do here, you will not be able to do them outside.
Like flying.
For example, yeah, you wouldn't be able to fly, if you wake up.
I'm gonna close my eyes and picture myself flying in the air and seeing myself flying. Does anything happen?
Well, let's figure it out. Give me just a sec. See what we can.
Trying to imagine myself being able to find my fucking family.
That probably won't work. Can I try to use that trick to turn into a cat? Or a rat? Best rat.
So go ahead and roll your. I want to say your.
Power?
Actually, yeah, your power. Go ahead and roll your power on hard.
Can you do it for me? I have my PC doesn't want to connect with the internet properly. It connects for a minute and then
All right.
for a few minutes and then logs out.
So give me a sec.
On hard, my power is 35.
Okay. You're the cat burglar, right?
Yes.
Your power is 70.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, you failed.
because
But-
power
But
because power influences the sanity stat, and I didn't want to go cuckoo too quickly.
But Jack is able to, to be able to float about a feet off the ground.
That's pretty sweet.
I'm flying.
Can you move around or just...
I flap my arms.
What if I start pushing him? Right? Does he just float if I push him?
Yeah, he just moves.
I-
mean, he cannot control
currently
the flying.
playing
He's
both.
just floating right now. It's the first time he's doing it, but it's a start.
Oh, I'm gonna keep
I-
trying to transform me to that bloody rat, or maybe a bird.
And what
Probably keep trying to be a rat.
and what you can do, Jack, if you want, is you can add yourself a skill for flight on the
Okay, cool.
one of those custom empty slots over there in the character sheet, and maybe add, I don't know, maybe add 10 points to it.
Okay.
Yeah, something small.
Power just for my little thing of trying to find my family.
Well,
You
wouldn't necessarily be able to see, your family, just mentally connect with them. That requires more than just you to be able to do that.
not in a clairvoyant sort of way.
Yeah, no. That's a little different. That involves a lot. That will be more so of a spell type thing. the
Seeing how's
lady,
that now,
the
that's
lady
not
and the
working.
gentleman sees Jack flying, and they go like, "Wow, look at you! You're moving fast. You're doing really well. Keep it up."
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So what's the plan?
So, real quick, Milo asked him, since you guys have been here for 3,000 years, have you heard of anyone that can raise the dead?
No, no. Mainly because so two things happen. She says, if you die here, but you're not truly here, like if you're just dreaming and you're here, then you
We're
just
fine,
leave
basically.
automatically. You know, you just wake up wherever you're sleeping, and then we will not see you or hear from you ever again, because you're just not allowed to come back anymore. But then she says, if you are here and you just die, then you die for good. If you're physically here. And out of the people that has physically died, I never heard of anybody, being able to live again.
Okay.
And no one who's like in the real world that can raise the dead. 'Cause
But she says, I have heard that down south, I'm not sure if it is in Georgia or Louisiana, there is a gentleman. I was told by somebody that came that there was somebody that working on something to bring the death back to life. She's like, I'm not sure. I never went back there, so maybe you want to go look it up if you want to. Whenever you get back.
If we decide to go back, how do we get here on our completely?
Or if you can go back at the rate you're going. What was your question?
Can I try?
Fair enough.
Can I try flying? No.
Sure. Roll your power.
On hard?
On hard.
Right.
Nope.
Damn.
I'll give it a shot.
I'm gonna wait a bit and I'm gonna try transforming
God,
into a rat
extreme.
again.
Yeah. Dan actually also lifts up about a foot off the ground. It's like, yeah, look, I can do it too.
It's nothing. Jack and I are just better.
All right.
And that would be like a 10 points to
Yep.
a flight skill.
10 points. We can add a flight skill. Now, remember, that flight skill is only going to work for as long as you're dreaming. So.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right,
Alright, get fine. I'll hold on to your legs.
And he goes back down to the ground.
God damn it.
You're too heavy.
All right, so
You're a weak dreamer.
what is the plan, gentlemen?
I mean,
Flying a boat.
yeah, flying around's cool and all, but not everyone can hang. So I think maybe the boat would be the best shot. Can we dream up a boat? I'm gonna imagine
flying around will not necessarily will be a feasible way to get there, because right now you don't have any movement flying, so it will take you forever to get there. Probably longer than walking.
It's going off of the fucking wind current.
No, someone just has a fan while hanging off of you. Like, go faster.
God forbid something happens on the water and you just lose your concentration. Got some big fish there, though. I could argue
So
you
yeah,
may find something big there in the water.
is there like a docks or something, or is it something that we can just literally imagine a giant self-propelled or some
There
kind
is
of
a dock.
sailboat that can hold
There
us
is a
all?
dock, and there's many boats there.
Sweet.
Hmm.
I wonder if money works the same here as it does there. That'd be
I
really
doubt.
unfortunate.
Yeah, there is a dock, and there's many boats. And actually, on one of the boats, there's a crew working on the boat. All the other boats, they seem to be fairly empty. And it's funny because all the boats look completely different. There's a boat that looks like it's made out of stones. Another book, I'm sorry, another boat seems to be made out of wood, but the wood looks like it is on fire, and the boat just permanently burns.
Cool.
In the Sam hell.
Then there's the regular boat. Seems to have sails. There's a captain just giving directions up there on the boat to all the sailors, and the sailors just working on the boat. They're doing maintenance on the boat.
Uh, hey, do you rent
One
out
cappuccino.
services, or can we just take one of these?
Rent? No, normally I don't do either or, but is there something you need?
Well, we just need to
Where?
get across the ocean.
Oh, you need a ride.
Yeah, to Ignac or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh,
That or around there. I don't know
Ingana.
if we wanted to land right there.
So, yeah, we don't normally go to Ingana.
What about off the coast to the east?
Most people are not gonna get anywhere near Ingana. But what is it you're trying to do?
Trying to find some cultist bastards that might have taken my family there.
Let's
Just
see.
gonna go around.
Okay, so it seems that this trip will be. It seems like it means a lot to you.
It says I rack the shotgun.
It says it seems like this means a lot to you, and I will understand. I mean, if my family was trapped over there, it would mean a lot to me too. And you know what? I am a good person. I really like to help the needy. It's just something that makes me feel good. I like having and doing good deeds. He says. So I'll tell you what. I was thinking that maybe you guys can do some for me and I can do some for you.
What did you have in mind?
Well, there's just happened to be an item that I need. Maybe you guys can, we can stop with the boat on our way there. You guys can fetch it for me, and then I'll just drop you over there and hang on.
How about we do it on the way back? Because we'd end up coming back here anyways after we finish with our business there. Like, we could just get it on the way back. That way we can spend as much time to get whatever you need.
How do you know you're going to be alive on the way back?
Now we know that we're going to live doing your task.
Well, it sounds like you're the one that needs some. So,
that's actually what I was asking. Like, you have other boats here that just don't seem to be used at all. Like, we could just take one of those.
Okay, so you wanna steal one of the other captain's boat?
Well, that's what I was asking, if they were being
I don't
used or
have to
what
say
the
anything.
deal.
If you want to steal it, you go for it. It's your thing. You do you.
Do
But
do you
somebody
even know how to
somebody
sail?
may or
And
may
he's
not
not
see
answering
you.
the.
No.
What is it that you need us to get?
Well, there's just a matter of this small crystal that I need. That you know, I've been trying to get it for the longest time, and I haven't been able to. It belongs to me though, so it's not really stealing.
You didn't stay steel before. You
Well, no, it was taken. It was taken away from me, and I would like to have it back.
who
However,
took it?
the people holding the crystal are not being reasonable enough. Hey Jimmy,
Well, what do you guys think?
he says. Hey Jimmy, where's the crystal right now? And he says, let me check. He pulls out a mirror and he starts looking at the mirror. He looks at and there's the glowing crystal over there. He's just moving it around. You see how he moves it in different directions, and depending on the direction, it's another different side that he sees. And oh, he says, guess what? It's like, what? Well, the crystal right now is. Give me just a sec. There we go. The crystal right now is in Mount Moran. Right here.
Mount.
Yeah.
Oh. What kind of
Apparently, it looks
dream
like
world?
it's in some sort of cave or something in there. It's like, oh, well, perfect. Look at that. It's on the way and everything. What you guys say? You guys willing for us to just stop by or whatever for a couple minutes? You guys grab it
So,
and
but you said, but who has it? Who are we taking it back from?
I don't know who has it right now.
I
So
honestly don't care. Let's just get going.
we're just gonna do it.
What other
Keep in
choice they
It's not
mind-
like
have?
I'm going to come back to this place.
I mean, I'm just okay.
Dan,
I mean, it's fine. I'll follow you guys' lead.
Dan should probably keep in mind that Anthony's reasoning for wanting to hurry up are not the same reasons that Dan has.
No. I totally get it, but like the
Okay.
way that I see it is, if you act with reckless abandonment and die, you'll never be able to come back, and you'll never be able to save your family.
Oh yeah.
So that's just
I
throwing that out there for you, Anthony, to mull it over. Like, I don't care either way. Like, I could stay, I could go. If I die here, I'm fine. Like, I don't care. I'm just down for the trip.
just want to get this over with. I want my family back, and if it means I have to shoot down a fucking village, I will do that.
Okay, awesome. I'm down for that. Let's do it.
That's just
What
awesome.
like who? Why didn't you, the captain? Like, why didn't you get it yourself? What stopped you before?
Oh well, it is quite the funny story. But come on board so we can start heading there, and I'll tell you the story on the way. So he's like, all right, set sails. We're heading there. All right,
You
set
lost it during
sails.
the gamble of some
Set
sort, didn't you?
sails. And the boat starts moving. And you see that the boat actually starts moving quite fast. The boat.
Captain, let me guess. You lost it in a gamble somewhere.
Actually, no.
That-
Actually, it was unfairly stolen from me.
Fairly.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah,
How
it was
flexible
stolen
are
from
you
me.
people on definition of stolen?
Well, we went on a trip. I remember originally we went on a trip to Kem, and we found the secret temple of this guy. He's the bringer of chaos. I don't really want to name him because ultimately, every time I name him, something bad happens. But that's not here and there. I found his temple, and
Something bad happens to you or in general in the close area?
And you let the man tell the story.
Indiscriminately.
he says, "Well, so ultimately, we walked in because we were hoping we will find the the crystal there. We heard of this crystal for the longest time. Well, I heard from this crystal for the longest time, and there it was, little tiny glowy thing that will allow me to ultimately open a portal and just go anywhere I wanted to within this realm. Of course, I also needed the other part of the items, the other items that I will need to use the crystal with. But no more sailing. I will still have my boat, but I can always open a portal and just be there where I want to be instead of having to sail all the way there. I will save a lot of money,
All right.
make a lot more money too,
All right.
and ultimately I
This
took
is when
it.
And this is when Anthony's psychology check is going off. Like, what the fuck kind of Kool-Aid is he trying to sell us?
He says, "I'm not selling you any Kool-Aid. I don't even know what Kool-Aid is. It sounds
That
delicious."
was that was out of character, and you know it.
But he says, but ultimately,
Kool-Aid
once
was
I took
technically
it,
created around the 1920s, so
once I took it, I had it for a while, and people kind of started knowing that I had that, and eventually, somebody decided to take my services, looking to go on a trip. I remember we were right then on Thule, and we were going all the way to Saru. And on the way there, once we drop them, then we started heading away, and there was this gentleman that we dropped. He seemed a very nice person. He was asking a lot of questions about the crystal, but I thought he was just honestly curious. So ultimately, after we dropped him, we started sailing back, and eventually, I went to open a portal to go to the next place, and the crystal was not there anymore. We turn around, we head down, but then he was gone. And I was not able to see him anymore after that. So I'd like to have
Can
my crystal back.
Now I'm gonna roll a psychology for that. Never mind.
So as you can see, it was unfairly stolen from me.
And the crystal helps you teleport. Is that what I understood?
Yeah, I have a staff I use and another stone that I attach to it, and I say a little chanting, and it allows me to teleport. It's a thing.
That's rich. You got like more of those, or is it just like this
No,
is kind of like the one?
unfortunately I don't. That's the only one.
Yeah, something sweet. Well, I mean, what like let's get a toll out of it. Like not everyone's really pitching in. Like I'm cool with whatever.
All right. Well, we're
That
on our
sounds
way
good.
right
But
now.
hey,
We
can
should be
we?
there within, I want to say, 3 hours. And once we get there, I'll just stop right next to the shore. Luckily for you guys, the mountain is just literally right on the shore. So you just gotta climb up a little bit, a little bit of climbing, a little bit of running, a little bit of walking, and you get there to whatever cave it is. Maybe the cave is on the bottom. I don't know. But, normally caves tend to be, somewhere in rocky areas, whatever. So I haven't seen any rocky areas over there. Maybe on the top. Who knows? But,
Yeah,
you
and
just
I'm Cinderella. Let's just get a move
you
on.
just go there, get it, and do you normally dream that you're a guy? Is this if you're
Wait, what?
Cinderella? If you're Cinderella, do you normally dream that you're a guy, or
I just give him like a, are you serious look? Like,
is that your actual name, Cinderella? Okay, never mind.
and
So
your
you
brain
guys
dead.
just go into the cave. You bring Cinderella with you, and you grab that crystal, and then you just bring it back. You give it to me. I take you to, actually, if you give me the crystal, I'll be able to make it all the way to the coast because only I have to be there for maybe 5 minutes most to drop you there. And then I'll just warp back, and my job is done. And I'll be able to
I
take
swear
you
to
and Cinderella there with no problem.
It's
If
Uh,
we if
are
we help
you
you get it, will you let us use it to get to where we need to go?
What do you know where you need to go?
Well, ignorant.
are you honestly this brain dead and thinking that my sarcasm was an actual thing?
And
That
he
was
looks
mean.
at you and he says, "Don't worry, I'm confused too, Cinderella, but we're good. Making progress here. At least you guys are good for the crystal, and I'm good for taking you." So
I am going to kill this man one way or another.
And you don't threaten the guy's life right in front of him.
No, you won't, Cinderella.
Yeah, relax, Cinderella. God.
God damn mumbling.
You're stuck with it now.
all right, so time goes by, and you guys arrive there. The guy just stops right here, right next to whatever you see, two bulbs or two balloons over there in the water, whatever. Mothman. He just stops over there. He says, "All right, well, we're as close to the water as we can get. We just got a boat over there, a little boat. You guys can row. Uh, it's just a couple feet, maybe, I don't know, 20 feet. And actually, you know what? As a matter of fact, I can see the cave. I can see a cave. You see up there?" He points out. And the cave is about, I want to say, about 100 feet up the mountain. The mountain
Like
is
sheer cliff or
the
like
mountain is fairly steep. Let's find out about how steep this is.
Deep is it?
Yeah. Now this will be degrees.
Everest or like Great
The
Lakes?
mountain is about 78 degrees. Um, at a 78-degree angle.
Damn.
I got rope. I don't know if we. Shit. I don't even know what.
I can fly 1 foot.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. Me and Jack, we're good actually. You guys are on your own. Jack and I will be. We'll meet you up there.
Or
So-
you can use the rope with us.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's a good idea.
can we see where we need to go, like the cave, like the mouth
Yeah,
of it?
you do see a cave up there. You do see the entrance of a cave out there. And go ahead and Dan and Jack, you guys roll intelligence. All right. So Dan,
Looking.
you
What
figured
is it?
out that
Intelligence.
maybe there's a way that you can simply, because you cannot really fly up. You can just float at this point. But maybe there's a way that you guys can just float and you can pull yourself up with the rope. And since you're not gonna be weighting anything, you can just make it up there easily.
That was literally my suggestion.
And then tie the rope down. But I only have 50 foot of rope. So does anyone else have rope?
Or
Does
maybe you
anyone
can
else
just climb
think
up there
to?
floating. I mean, you don't need a rope.
Well, we. But yeah, well, Jack and I can, but unless everyone else can get past that roll, like they will still have to have something to climb up with. So we'll
I don't have
to
any
still-
rope, but the sailors should. There should be a ton of rope on this ship.
Oh yeah. So, hey, Captain. Captain, sir.
Yep.
Could we get like, you said it was 100 foot to the hole?
Rope. Let me see what I got, he says. Go ahead and roll your luck. All right. That's okay.
Do you want better? You have a jetpack.
Yeah, I got some rope. I got some rope here, he says. Let me see. Let me see how long this is. Well, I got 77 feet of rope. Right here.
That's perfect. We'll bring it back. We're not like we're just gonna tie it up. So we're done. Bring it back for you.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Cool. So I'm gonna have to connect that rope and my 50-foot rope. Make one giant one. That way.
Okay.
120 something.
So real quick,
Mm-hmm.
since I could see the mouth of the cave, could I just close my eyes and imagine myself up in the mouth of the cave?
Okay.
Would that work?
Um. Well, go ahead and. But hold on. You were tying yourself to the rope, and then what?
I wasn't doing anything myself. This
Oh.
was. I was just curious if I could basically picture myself in the mouth of the cave.
Oh, like kind of like imagine yourself being up there.
Kind of like how they kind of fly. Like if I could just kind of like
Okay.
short teleport up there.
Okay. Go ahead and you roll your power on hard.
Would I be able to do my necklace? Meaning we discussed I don't have to do the hard, or I still would need to do a hard.
No, you still will have to do it on hard because this is something
Okay.
completely new. And you're on the land, on the land of the dream.
Power,
you're not in
right?
reality. So this is more of an ability, not necessarily so much of a spell.
Gotcha.
And then all of a sudden, you just disappear. And you kind of close your eyes, and then when you open your eyes, you're just standing right there in the opening of the cave.
That's good.
I'll turn around and start waving to you guys.
What the hell?
Cool.
Hey guys.
Bastard.
You could have taken the
Could have
rope.
taken the rope with you.
Whoops.
Fucking idiot.
So
Hey, can I ask one question real fast?
yeah,
Someone had binoculars last week. Is that anybody that's still alive?
Yeah, I got some for you.
Can we see anything? And then I was going to ask the captain that has that magic mirror, is there any way that we can see like in the rest of the cave and see what's going on in there?
You can have a friend that's literally at the mouth of it do that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
well, hold on a second. Hold on. So now that you are facing the cave, Maya,
Mm-hmm.
and you're right in front, go ahead and roll spot hidden. You don't see much of anything. You do see a glowing thing inside the cave.
Hold on, you rolled it on hard.
Oh,
Okay. So right in the middle of the cave, which is about 20 feet from the entrance, there's the glowing golden crystal, small crystal, just floating on top of a rock. It's very glowy, and there's some water flowing on the back behind the crystal, which seems to be a some sort of a water fountain of sorts. The water looks very spring-like, very clean, you know. And then right next to the crystal, there's a book.
okay.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'll yell back at them and say, guys, I see the crystal. It's only about 20 feet into this thing.
I'll grab it.
I'll go in there.
Can I
Careful,
while
it's
they're-
like Indiana
can I
Jones.
Can I start crawling up there with the rope so I can tie it off just in case we get up there? I'll just start heading up.
Yeah, you can. You can start crawling up there. Let's see how long it's gonna take you guys. So give me just a second.
About 100.
Too far. Okay, there we go. It's gonna take you 3 turns to get up there.
Okay.
All right. So I guess you guys start going there. And all right. So Maya, you go up there. Do you grab the crystal?
I stand. I look between the book. Does the book have anything like saying what it is?
Yeah, it's got some sort of leather cover. It's a very strange book. Let me see what book you find. You find that. And including in that book, you will have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, I guess. Okay. Go ahead and roll a 1d3 for me.
Mess that up. Hold on.
Put the slash in front of the R.
Yep.
There you go. 3. All right. And you get that inside of that book too.
That's inside the book.
Yep. And if you roll a 1d6, I can tell you how long it's gonna get you to read that book and to learn that thing. It's gonna take you 1 week to read and learn that. So,
Yeah.
all right. So that's the book. Do you take that book with you?
Yes, I take the book with me.
Okay, you take the book. And so about the crystal.
Yep. I will. You said there's a fountain behind it.
Yeah, there's a fountain there's water just flowing from the back wall. It's like a spring type thing.
Is it up on a pedestal? The crystal.
The crystal, yes.
I'll grab the crystal.
Okay, grab the crystal. Nothing else happens so far. The water just keeps flowing. There's a little puddle on the bottom that is filling up, sort of like a natural, nature-made bowl of sorts. You know, the water just gets there, but that's it.
Okay.
All right. So what do you do next?
I'm gonna try to go the same way that I went before. Close my eyes and picture myself on the boat that we were just on.
All right, go ahead. Roll your power on hard.
On hard.
Boom.
Nice.
And you're back on the boat with the book,
Good
the
job.
crystal, and yet the guys are still climbing.
No. What the hell now?
The hell.
Guys,
swear.
guys.
Is that it?
Yeah, I got the crystal.
You could have told us before you fucking. Mm.
All right, so
I'm like
so
probably
you
at the
guys-
top.
You guys just make it up there right now, and you see him that he's down there with the crystal. Yeah.
Fucking fracking. Mm.
Alright,
I
head back
guess
down.
I guess we slide back down.
The
God
only
damn
thing
it.
I can tell you is if you're thirsty, you can drink some water, but otherwise, you're gonna go back down empty-handed.
Oh, so bitch, am I thirsty? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. My guy's
That-
like,
Yeah,
God,
that spring
fucking-
water looks hella nice after that strenuous climb up my floatability.
All right.
you're
So you go
telling
and you
me,
take a sip
God,
of water, and the water is actually nice and cool. It's very, very cold as it comes from the top of the mountain. Very refreshing. How old's your character, Dan? How old is Dan?
35.
What?
35.
Okay. So Dan,
It's
go
25.
ahead and make your character after that sip of water. Hold on. Because, you are still 35. That's fine. But go ahead and give yourself 10 more points of strength. Give yourself 10 more points of dexterity. 10 more points to your appearance and to your constitution. And maybe 10 more points to your size, as you're all buffed now.
so 10 to
Sweet.
con, size, and dexterity.
In appearance.
And appearance. Well, that's good, because my guy was butt-ass ugly, so I can take anything you get.
Can I
And-
drink it?
And your size.
Jesus Christ, I'm fucking Olympian here. Seriously, I now have a 95 strength, dexterity, a 65 size and constitution with a 45 appearance.
You take a
Okay.
sip of that, Maya, you see him just changing right in front of you. He looks, he doesn't necessarily, he looks a little younger. He looks a little, more buffed and everything. He's appearance
back
is
on the boat?
definitely improved.
My prime.
Yeah.
I have 102 in dodge.
What?
I know.
What all was it? Strength, dexterity, size.
Yeah, strength, dexterity, constitution, appearance, and size. So I'm assuming that Maya also takes a drink on that.
No, Anthony did. That's how I got the fucking 102 dodge.
Well, Maya's
that
on
shit
back on the
affect my
boat,
dog?
right?
No, Maya's on the boat. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I mean, the rope's still there, so, like, hey! The water's great!
Yeah, but
did you
everybody
try
else
it?
will have to roll climb to get up there.
I'll
Oh.
climb the rope after them, after hearing that. I cannot climb the rope.
You go ahead and
Let's
climb,
try.
and you
I mean-
try to go up and you fall down. Go ahead and roll a 1d3, Anita, for me. You kind of fell on your butt on the ground.
We can pull you up if you want to.
You could dance if
Hey,
you
yeah.
wanted.
Sure, yeah, that sounds nice.
All right,
Can you use
so
some
you
help?
tie the rope around your waist, and Everybody, I mean, all
Hello?
the two of you up there, give me strength checks.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
We can
okay.
hear
Yeah.
you
Yeah, we
now.
can now.
Okay, I said I'm pretty much going to climb as well, and then rolled, but nobody registered anything.
No, we couldn't hear you when you said
I,
that. So okay, so
yeah,
Anita,
I,
you make it back up there, too. What do you do, Anita?
I drink some of the water.
All right, when you drink some of the water, now when you has a different effect. Um, so your strength will be diminished by at least 5. Your dexterity will pretty much stay the same because you're like relatively young. Your constitution will be definitely diminished by 5. Your appearance will stay the same. And your size will be diminished by 5. All of a sudden, you look like you are about 14 years old now.
What
Huh.
the hell?
This is not great. I have to go through puberty again. This sucks.
I'm guessing it's only like this, like that year. I'm also gonna try my luck, if that's okay,
For what?
with water.
Okay, so are you gonna? Okay, roll your climb first.
I did.
Let me see.
If you scroll a bit up,
I am on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got an extreme success.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Oh God. You did a flip at the top.
Excuse me. All right, so you climb up. Go ahead and drink you drink the water, and the same thing goes for you. Your character, gains 10 strength, 10 dexterity, 10 constitution, 10 appearance, and 10 size.
Is this water sexist?
No, it's just
I
that
know.
when you are young, when you are older, you get a little bigger. But then again, when you are on your 19 years old, you're gonna get smaller because you revert to a child.
Yep.
Huh. Well, that is unfortunate. I was gonna make a funny comment about you being a handsome young man because you were still pretending, but that kind of, I don't know. That's unfortunate for you.
Well,
I
not,
look
not
even
as
more like a boy
unfortunately as
now.
a bunch of men going around with a minor girl.
My hair is still cut short, and I think I'm still wearing boys' clothes. Oh, well, no, it's the dream self,
Yeah,
right?
only
So
that
she would
your
have
clothes
reverted
I
now
back.
mean,
will be like awfully baggy.
Huh.
quick question:
What?
do you guys think this will stay with us after we go back as well?
Kind of hope so.
I
I
hope
hope so.
not.
Well, oh yeah, for her, yeah, no, that sucked for her, but I hope so because I want to be pretty.
Hey, man,
All right,
I'm
so everybody's
practically an
done.
Olympian.
You guys go back down, and you head back down to the boat. So when you get there, Maya, you see that everybody's looking like younger and whatnot. And the
We found the
captain,
fountain of youth.
Yeah, well, kinda, yeah.
Only.
Didn't really consider the fact that Anita is already young, so
you can never be too
that kind of
young, I guess.
backfired. So for now it's kind of conflicting to want if this is permanent or not, because that's gonna really be unfortunate for her.
Going back to school in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still loving the
That
fact
or
that I have
actually, you
a
know what?
fundamental
I forgot Anita. That's right. I'm filthy rich. I forgot. So no, it's okay. If you're fucking 14, you don't go back to school. I'll give you money for whatever you want to do.
Hey, can I finish my degree? That'd be great.
Hey,
Yeah, I'll pay for everyone gets a degree. You get a degree, and you get a degree, and you get a degree.
Dan, how do
I
you
mean,
have
technically speaking,
$50,000?
That's how it came. Remember when we changed it? But whenever it still stayed as that.
Oh,
So
I
I've
see.
just been subtracting from there.
Okay. All right. So you guys are on the boat, and the captain says, "All right." He grabs the crystal. He brings it inside. He's like, "Okay, hang tight. We're gonna warp." And he puts it in, and all of a sudden you see that light just starts flashing everywhere. Go ahead and roll some sanity for me, please, and thank you. Light just starts flashing to the sides, almost as if there's like lightning bolts that just go sideways, and all of a sudden you guys are just appear out of a hole in front of the city. And go ahead and
Okay.
roll a 1d2 of sanity. And then he says, okay, well, you guys need to get down. By
I
the
failed.
way, you may or may not find that over here, everybody wears some sort of robes. So keep in mind that they may be able to tell that you're not wearing robes. Anyway, good luck.
Do you have spare ropes?
Peter,
I don't because I'm not a
can I
cultist.
Peter, can I attempt to conjure a simple black robe of some sort?
Yeah, I was going to do the same thing. Try to close my
Yeah,
eyes and picture a robe.
Go
yeah, I'm
ahead,
gonna get in
roll
on
your
that.
power on hard.
Well, all of you have been really successful at that, so I'm gonna try it too.
No.
As well.
Maya
No.
managed to get a robe, and Dan
How
and
do you roll on
Anita.
hard?
At the
How do
very
you roll on
top
Anita's
hard?
robe,
option.
she looks like
Yeah.
this short thing. She's probably the shortest 14-year-old ever with a robe.
Too big for her.
All right, so
By the way, what do I roll? Because I failed my sanity.
you fail your sanity. 1d2, just a 1d2.
Oh, okay. Regardless, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean this is not gonna be as bad. Trust me, the fun part's coming up. You're gonna have your chance to go buck nuts in a minute. All right.
I mean, I am.
So, two things. Let's do two things first.
Can I try again?
No. First thing I want you to do is if you click on the map, are you able to see purple icons on the top left side?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So, whenever you can, work on getting possibly an icon from your character sheet on it, and that way you can click on it and you can see those buttons. But moving on. All right, so you notice on the distance, because ultimately you're in a dock right now, that everybody is wearing robes. Everybody just walks around wearing robes. Go ahead and roll spot hidden. Whoa, Maya, go.
Oh,
Maya.
sorry, that one was on hard. That was on hard.
Maya's on a roll.
I still don't.
All right,
We
Maya.
got all kinds of good rolls here.
Maya, go ahead and roll
might have-
your. I mean, you see a sign, and actually, I'm just gonna have you being able to read it because you passed this by hidden roll. So,
Good.
Maya, you see this sign, and this sign says, "Please come celebrate the return to of the two greatest servants to reality. We can use all your power we will bring him back to reality in order to summon the Great One. And and he says that it's on. Actually, there's a drawing of a castle, um, and that's pretty much what that says right now.
I will let everyone else know what it says.
I think that's what
Alright,
the
so who wants
cultist
my
back in the
shotgun?
town was trying to do.
I'm sorry. What?
I asked who wants my shotgun.
No, I was asking what did Anita say.
Oh, that I think that's what the cultists back in the town were trying to do.
Yeah, trying to bring him back, the Great One.
Yeah, they're using. So,
Yeah, 'cause
oh, what
that
is that?
statue with the tentacles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
where? How should we?
Didn't the guy that gave us this juice talk about Cthulhu?
He sort of did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he say something about Mother Hydra and Father Dagon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sleep there.
You know what they needed to get Cthulhu awake?
Yeah. So,
So do you think that that means the Hydra and Dagon are already back to reality?
I think they're probably here.
They could be.
Who's that
I don't want
poster
to find
about?
out,
Is
but I
that
feel like
about
I'm gonna know.
Cthulhu?
So what?
Is that poster? Do you guys think that's about Cthulhu or
I
Or
don't
someone
care. I don't know. Let's
Cthulhu
just
would
get
be the Great
going.
One. Do you have a robe?
well, okay, but who has a robe? First off, let's not get too hasty there, Anthony.
I just look at the robe that Anita's wearing. How big exactly is it?
Probably
About half
like
your
a men's
size.
XL.
About 3/4 of your size. Anita right now is probably about 5'2".
Just thinking of putting her on my shoulders and while wearing said robe.
What
It's
is
stupid,
this,
but it
Little
might
Rascals?
work.
I
Big
You
nose
got
in a
any-
trench coat.
You got
There's
any
actually
better
two cultists in a
ideas?
trench coat.
I got a dollar.
Yeah.
I got a dollar. I got a dollar. Hey, 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 hey.
Or was it 3 kobolds? 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
3 kobolds
Yeah,
in?
three kobolds in the trench coat.
All right. So, what's next?
what are we supposed to be doing here?
Finding his family?
Well,
Yeah, I think his
really-
family
that-
is the
that-
big one.
There's two parts from that question. And apparently Maya discovered that they are currently doing some sort of well, actually, you don't really know what they're doing, but they're bringing their overall goal with the apparently assistance of the rest of the population is to somehow bring something to to reality, to possibly summon something really, really bad. And then for Anthony still trying to find his family. Anthony, go ahead and roll spot hidden.
I pray to Christ that this works.
Oh.
All right, so let's be creative about this. How about that? Anthony,
I step on a rake.
you're walking over there on those docks, and you actually see a piece of clothing from one of your children, whichever child you just happen to
What are
love
you doing?
the most. You know,
Oh, and you have a kid
regardless of
too.
what people say, there's only one kid that you end up loving the most. So you just see one of those on the floor. You see a shoe, maybe your daughter's shoe or your son's shoe or whatever, but one of them, and you recognize them. At that moment, you just get struck by fear because you just have no idea as to what could be happening to them and how is it possible that they are here. Go ahead and roll your sanity for me.
I'm going to go in a blind fucking rage.
Go ahead and roll a 1d5.
That legit might happen at this point. Oh, yeah, I'm going in a blind rage.
Yep.
Well, we know who the significant person is. All right, go ahead and roll 1d10 for me. 3. And I'm going to give you that to go along with that. And you just take off running. Just take off running to that, trying to find that castle, whatever. You just take off.
I'm good.
As he takes off,
Anthony,
can I try
where
to
you
reach out and
going?
grab him real quick?
So what?
Can I try to reach out and grab him real quick as he starts taking off? Like grab him by the back of his shirt?
Go ahead and roll your dexterity.
Anthony,
Is this
you
also
can't run like
dexterity off?
I miss.
No, he took off running. He's running like the wind.
And there is no way in hell you're going to stop him from this. He's quiet despite the fact.
If I have to run and grab him, it's gonna be a brawl. I can't do that. So
All right. So what is everybody else
funeral.
doing?
Are the
Hey.
cultists taking notice of him?
Nobody has seen you yet. The docks seem somewhat empty. And from where you can see, there's not that many people yet that you can see. But then again, you haven't gotten to a busy street or anything like that, so, or to any street for that matter.
Is each round 6 seconds?
Is it what?
How long is each round?
He's been gone for 1 turn so far.
So when it says 10 rounds, is that
10 a 1d10 rounds, which he rolled a 3. So it
Yeah,
was
how
okay,
long's
so
a
3
round in
rounds.
general?
Oh,
Is it
round.
6 seconds?
pretty much. I want to say, I don't know, probably 2-3 minutes, depending on your guys' actions, pretty much.
okay?
I
I guess I'll take off after him.
Yeah. We can like tackle him with the rope, so we don't really have to actually catch him. Just trip him with the rope.
Lasso.
I'd like to see you try.
Oh, this sucks.
Well,
Definition of round
I can tell you that
full of
within
full
2 rounds, he's going to be definitely out of reach because he is running like the wind right now. I mean, he may not be a runner, but right now he's not controlling himself. Right now he is, in about the madness. So he is.
Can I
Man on a
imagine?
mission.
Can I imagine a length of rope around his feet?
Can you imagine? Or no, because that would require you for him to stop running, and since he's moving, you wouldn't be able to do that while he's moving his legs.
Okay.
I close my eyes and I imagine one of those bolo things where it's like a rope with the knots on either end that you can throw at somebody and trip them up. I imagine it in my hand.
Okay, go ahead and roll your power on hard. Nope.
Nope. All right.
All right, so
Let's Jack. Let's try and just wrap him in the rope, and just stop him with it. Something, because he's gonna run away, and we won't be able to find him.
All right. Sounds good. Chase after him and try to get him
Yeah,
with the rope.
run him down. I got 8 movement rate.
all right, so you guys start running, and he's running too. So you definitely catch up to him, but eventually there's some things that happen as you're running, and as he's running. He may not necessarily notice this as a big thing, granted that he sees it anyway. But Anthony, once you get to the street, you look to the side and you see this gigantic building at the end, which is about 3 blocks away from there, which looks like it is a castle. It's got a top side looking like castle style, and that's where you're headed, pretty much.
It looks important. I'm going to go there.
And ultimately, the people that were coming to try to chase you, particularly Dan, he manages to tackle you right about the entrance of the building. Somehow you still
As much
haven't
as I
seen
would
a
love
soul
that, and he-
yet, by the way. By now,
What was that?
I'm saying that somehow you guys have still not seen a soul. And by then, Anthony, your character should go back in control. You should have control back of your
let-
character.
Hey, what the
Let
hell's
me
your
go.
problem?
God. I saw my fucking daughter shoot. She's here. My family, you jackass.
Okay. Well,
I swear to
what did I
Christ,
say about
we-
reckless abandonment? You can't just fucking go guns blazing completely alone. What the fuck? You die and you'll never be able to finish your mission. And I can't promise you that I will finish it if you're not here. So,
Go ahead and roll listen,
Both of us?
everybody.
ooh, extreme success.
Strange.
Can you roll for me? I have a problem again with
Yeah, sure.
roll 20,
Thomas.
or at least with opening my fucking character sheet.
Thomas.
Can you close it on your
Ellis?
side?
All right.
At least Red Wolf got that.
So, Thomas and Dan,
Keeper,
you
can
got.
you close my character sheet on your side for a
Yeah,
moment?
sure. It's closed. All right. So,
Because,
Thomas
because
and
I think
Dan,
that's a problem.
you guys start hearing a slight chanting. And this chanting
Is it coming from inside the building?
is coming from on top of the building. It sounds like there's some people at first that are chanting. At first it sounds like there may be a few people chanting. Eventually, it gets to the point where everybody that is inside of that building, at least on the entrance, you guys can definitely hear the chanting. And it sounds like there could be up there easily between 1,000 to 5,000 people.
Shit.
Until the chanting stops.
We
And
need
the
to
moment the
get out of
chanting
here.
stops,
Yeah.
you hear this crazy sound, but it almost sounds like some sort of creatures, this two. They have to be huge, for all you know, creatures that they just almost sounds like as if they sing or they chant something. However, you cannot understand what they're saying, but they sound so incredibly loud that they could probably be heard all the way to that mountain where you guys were at, Mount Moran. What's the plan?
So do we all hear? So we all hear it at this point then? Since
Yeah.
it's that loud.
Dude, everybody hears that.
Oh, should we get the hell out of here?
That can't be good.
If we don't, should we stop them? I really want to look into that as I'm like going towards it. Probably trying to climb a wall or
How-
something.
Well, there's a set of
How do you
stairs probably in there.
It's like 5,000
somewhere
of them.
that you can climb up. That's how everybody has gotten up there, surely.
I'll go up there. Like, I'm.
All right.
Regardless, I'm still going to go look. They might have my family.
The castle looks pretty gray. It's got, you know, those kind of windows that churches have, those painted glass windows. It has those.
Mhm.
Most of those windows are
Anthony-
painted green with, you know, green and very dark purple details and gray. You see images of Cthulhu. You see images of Father Dagon, Mother Hydra. You see images of cultists doing rituals. There's benches all over the place for cultists to be able to sit down and chant. There is a drawing on the ground, a huge circle, which obviously they use to perform some sort of ritual. And there's black candles everywhere.
Do I
So
notice
he's
my?
inside.
Do I notice my family?
Well, the guy, everything that you guys have heard of, it comes from outside. You guys were at the entrance, so yeah, you guys could be like inside or outside. It wouldn't really make a difference. That place is pretty much open. It doesn't have a door that closes, so you guys can see inside easily.
And so I really don't think we have much of a choice besides to go forward because we don't have a way to get off.
Off what?
Off our this island, right? That guy left. Did he leave
Did you leave?
our boat?
Oh yeah, yeah, you did.
Is there anything tall like around us that we could climb to be able to look and get a different vantage
No,
point on
the only
top
way
of
to
this?
go up is just the stairs.
I'm gonna go
Or-
upstairs.
What about the floaty guys? We,
The
Yeah, could we
jack-
climb up, just peek over the side,
Oh, you wanna try to climb up there? I guess you could,
and
provided
just
you
pe-
can
just
float.
peek?
Okay,
Yeah,
go
just
ahead and
cheek.
go ahead and roll your flight, whatever.
damn,
Yeah.
You're
would have
like,
been cool though.
come on!
Yeah.
You start swinging your arms and nothing.
All right, well,
I'll pull my hood up and keep my book near me and just kind of go up amongst the cultists.
All right. If you're gonna
Kinda
warp
blend in.
up there, you need to roll your power again and hard.
shoot,
give it- let's give it a shot.
teleported. That's not suspicious at all.
All right. So Maya, you warp up there, and all of a sudden you appear on top of a roof. So when you get up there, you see the following: there is cultists everywhere you can see, from all different sizes. You see men, women, children, everybody wearing black robes. They seem to be wearing masks, and you can make up the children because they look a lot smaller. There is a main cultist that is in the center area. He has a dagger. There seems to be a woman, a young girl, and a young boy. They are all tied to stone tables where they are doing a ritual. And Father Dagon and Mother Hydra, they seem to be there. They are gigantic. They pretty much tower the cultist. I mean, they are probably, I want to say, at least the size of an elephant or two. You know, pretty big guys. And the people are pretty much praying, you know, and moving up and down, you know, revering them. Everybody's just chanting. And that's what you see so far.
Am I also there seeing this, or do I still have to do a climb check?
No, you're not there. Maya pretty much used her ability to warp up there.
Okay.
Same way she was able to get the crystal on the book. You will need to walk, my friend.
All right, I'm going in.
Well, might as well take a look.
All right. So
I'm
you
going
guys-
in, but I'm still disguised, so I'm throwing my hood up then. Good.
Okay.
If I so much as even see my family, I'm just going to start shooting.
All right. So
I'm gonna be disguised with you
Okay.
so you
and
guys
float
go
around in
up.
my giant robe.
First of all, let me ask you, Maya, since you were the first one up there, is there anything you want to do?
No, I think right now she's kind of panicked seeing like his family right there, and she's kind of like looking back and forth, like, what should I do? What should I do? Like, if he sees them, he's gonna go nuts and try to destroy this entire thing, and probably
Yeah,
get
you
killed in
like
the
look back to the
process.
family.
Well,
You look at the family. You look at me. I'm loading shells. You look
Maya.
back.
Maya, I need a sanity roll from you
Sanity roll.
for seeing Mother Hydra and Father Dagon. All right.
and I was on hard.
No, that was pretty good. Go ahead and roll a 1d3, please. That will be for both. All right. So
One for each.
Maya took a deep breath and she's like,
And I look on my other side. They're climbing up. Who's all climbing up?
yeah, the whole group is climbing up. All right, so you guys climb up. Obviously, there is hundreds of thousands of cultists in front of you, or kneeling, chanting. You see Father Dagon and Mother Hydra over there, you know, a couple hundred cultists away, standing by the main cultist. Suddenly, you see the main cultist stab one of the children. Let me see which one. Hold on.
Oh, goody.
He stabs the boy in the chest. The moment that the boy gets stabbed,
Oh shit!
the boy just suddenly disappears, vanishes, and so does Mother Hydra.
And now I'm starting shooting.
All right. So
Definitely at the first guy, though.
so you take 3 shots. Pow, pow, pow. The moment that you take the shots, the cultists start standing up, and they kind of shield the main cultist. And
Yeah,
all
but
of a
does a
sudden,
12
they're
kill him
all
out
starting
there?
to head.
Right.
And all of a sudden, they're all starting to head through the door. What do you guys want to do?
The head cultist is running towards the door, you said?
No, everyone else is blocking the path towards the door, so you guys cannot reach the main cultist.
I try to
Hmm.
close my eyes, try to teleport to the other kid.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you attempt something similar, but in the form of portal? You know, like the ones that Doctor Strange opens? Just open one big one beneath his family so they drop inside. And the exit
That's
is
cool.
essentially next to me, if it works.
Yeah, but he's not necessarily moving with a portal. He's more
No,
like...
no. I want to try doing that.
Oh, okay. Go
Like
ahead and roll
Tom.
your power on hard.
Okay, let's. How bad is it?
All right. So
Oh, that's
you
great.
open a portal.
Awesome.
That's an
And
extreme.
you want to open a
bucko.
portal to
Awesome.
to where the kid is, I guess? That's what you're saying?
He's trying to get my family out of there, the ones that
Yeah,
are
well,
remaining.
You know, he can open a portal for him to warp there, but he cannot warp the family to where you're at because they are tied on a table.
Okay, then I'm going to open the portal next to them. Going to step in, pull out the knife in their ropes, cut the ropes, throw them through the portal, and step back
Okay, well, hold on.
through the
Hold on.
portal
So
as it closes.
your turn is to open the portal to where they're at, same as Maya. She pretty much just warped there to where the family is. So you guys cross and you're standing there. You guys see each other. And obviously you're going to try to help the innocent little kid from escaping. If I get that right. So
I mean, I'm not a saint, but I don't want to let children suffer.
perfect. I got it. Give me a second. All right. So, what am I looking for? All right, one moment. Let me see what I got here, and then we'll go. All right. So the moment you warp, a couple of things happen. Obviously, the cultists see you, and Father Dagon sees you. So, Father Dagon is going to attack first. Just a second. No, it really wouldn't really matter.
I'm dead.
All right. Now the. Give me a second. Let me find the cultist. Where's the 10 cultist? Okay, here we go. All right. Spells. All right. All right. 1d2. Let's see what the cultist is gonna do. Okay. So I guess the cultist is not going to actually attack you. The cultist is going to. 1 second, I gotta. Okay, there we go. Stab real fast the kid on the chest.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The
An
moment that the
attempt to
kid gets
intercept?
stabbed, the kid disappears, and so does Father Dagon.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Priorities.
Can Maya do something to intercept or anything?
That's what I asked. Can we do something to intercept
Well, no,
the
because you just
attempt
took
to
your turn.
stab at the
This
kid?
is their turn.
Is the wife
His
still there on the
name doesn't-
table?
The wife is still on the table.
Oh, good. So they could just start over.
If I'm gonna shoot you next.
You can just okay. You know what? At least you can make some more. It's all good.
Hey, there's always possibility that the kids just ended up being teleported back home.
Well, that's what I'm going to try to remind too, just to be like, they're just waking up, guys. They're just waking up. Or at least I'm going to tell Anthony and I just like they're just waking up. They are just waking up.
Yeah,
Try to-
there's
Go on.
All right. So
come on.
now it is okay. Now that we got that part done, all right. You guys that are by the stairs being blocked by the cultists kind of completely ignore you. Turn around and they start heading towards where the main cultist is.
Is the main cultist, is he like running away?
Nope.
He's just hanging out.
He has nowhere to go, so he's just staying there. He has a job to do.
And John? Would you say I'd be able to innately float a foot in the air without having to roll flight? Like, would I be able to get like a bit of a vantage point so I can try to shoot at that main guy? I don't know what it's
There's no way you can shoot at him from there. There's way too many
No.
people in between you guys and him.
I'm not running in there.
Whose turn is it?
Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. All right. So the cultists, they're just heading over there. All of a sudden, you guys that are over there by the main cultist, you see that. Well, and you hear that there's yelling, and that yelling is getting louder and louder as people are approaching closer and closer, and there's a mob coming at you right now. Like,
Oh, now they're coming at us?
no, at them.
Yeah, at the people
we have
who are
backup?
with the main cultist.
Yeah. They kind of forgot about the rest of the group, and they're going to help the main cultist right now.
Can we
So
just grab the wife and jump in the portal?
Well, the wife is kind of tied to the table. Mind you,
Okay,
that
so
also
cut her
you
rope.
have only one usable hand because you're holding a book. Well, Maya is.
Yep.
Sorry. Maya is.
I'm sorry. Who's over by the wife?
Maya and...
Is Jack there or no? Or is
Maya
it just
and
Maya
No,
and...
Jack is not there.
Okay, all right, never
Jack
mind.
is along with Anita and with...
Damn.
And with Anthony.
Anthony.
And with Thomas.
Okay. Is that big portal still there, like in the ground? That links to the
No, the
over
portal
where
has
the
closed. Once he moved over there to the other area, the portal closed along with him.
okay.
Right.
It would
So
be
can
nice if it stayed open a bit longer.
Well, you don't get to control that. Unfortunately, this is more like your first time doing all this stuff, so it's more of a luck thing that they're working.
So then can I see how to put this?
By the way, what's
So I only have
+4 on the portal?
Hold on a second, Arlene. What was that, Maya?
I only have one free hand.
Yep.
So if thinking for her, would she know that I could put? Can I be just touching people? Do I have to be touching people, or are they gonna be touching me and I can warp them somewhere?
Well, you will need to untie her before you warp her out of there.
Well, if I just touch her, would she not just go and the rope go slack because she's
for you to
just
be
her
able to
body's
warp
coming
with
with me?
someone else, you will need to warp on extreme. Yeah.
I'm saying, like, could I like touch her and then like lean into
We
what
can say that you
Anthony
just
is
touch
there?
her and you warp. Just put your roll options on extreme and roll. Actually, and what I was gonna tell you is by now, since you have become so comfortable at warping, you can probably add a skill called warp
Okay.
and just roll a 1d10 to warp. But this time around, you can just put that on hard.
All right, so I'm just gonna put it on. You still want me to do the skill first and then roll the skill?
Yeah, you're gonna roll the skill on hard this time around because it's not just you. You're warping the lady.
And it's a 10.
Yep.
Okay. On a hard.
Nope.
Dang. So close. Come on.
You can
Just get out
you
of here.
can buy the roll if you want with your luck. Although you will not get to improve that at the end of the campaign.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So deduct the difference on luck from your main luck and you just touch her and warp. So where do you warp to? I guess somewhere nearby.
I'll warp back with
With the group.
with the group.
Okay. So you warp back there. Anthony, you see that Maya suddenly shows up along with your wife. But your wife is unconscious, laying down on the floor.
To do a power roll to see if I can set the cultists on fire. Because they just stabbed both of my kids and I'm furious.
Okay.
Oh,
I set myself on fire. I see.
Hold on. I got a better one. So you're so upset. You look at your spouse and you see her like all passed out. You just can't get that image out of your head of your child getting stabbed. And all of a sudden you just wish really, really, really hard that these enemies all get on fire. And suddenly, unfortunately, you just miss. And all of a sudden, you notice that now your wife is on fire. Go ahead and roll sanity for me.
That was on hard, my bad. Okay. Just
As you see her burning,
2. I'm a
you throw yourself on top of her to try to put her out in your desperation. However, her and you burn so much that you both end up disappearing. At the same time, once you disappear, the main cultist, along with all the other cultists, disappear also.
Oh shit.
What the hell?
So what the fuck?
That moment, suddenly, you guys start seeing yourself vanish little by little. And all of a sudden, you guys wake up. By the time you wake up, obviously Anthony is already awake.
He kicked down the doors, going to his family.
And where is your family? Do you even
I'm
know?
Last time he checked, it was at the hospital. If he's not there, he's going to be fucking pissed.
gonna check. Am I still pretty? Like, do I still have all those benefits?
We can go ahead and roll that. Let's see if we're gonna make that happen or not.
Roll 1d2 for 2 for no, 1 for yes.
Pretty much. Here we go.
Am I still 14?
Apparently no.
Yeah.
You guys are back to normal.
Yeah. All right, I'll
Strength, dexterity.
Appearance,
and size.
constitution.
All right. So when you guys wake up,
What about the sanity? Do we regain the sanity, or is that
no,
still
sir,
lost?
you do not. No. When you guys wake up, all of a sudden, the sky is completely, almost pitch black. It is, I want to say, about extremely and as cloudy as it can get. It's not necessarily raining though, but it is extremely cloudy, and it may be raining here and there, a couple drops, but nothing too hard. A radio starts playing. So through the radio, you guys hear this guy talking, saying something along the lines of, "Oh my goodness, I don't know what's happening, but there seems to be a national emergency. There seems to be some gigantic creatures. I got word that there are some gigantic creatures attacking the coast of California. I don't know what's happening. Hundreds of people are dying. Their houses and buildings are all going down. Somebody needs to do something about this. There seems to be so many people wearing all these strange robes too. I don't know what's happening. There seems to be an army of people. If somebody can do something about it, please. If somebody knows anything about this." And then the transmission gets cut because the power goes out.
Well, the world got fucked.
The power's out in the building that we're in
Yep.
right now. Is there a telephone?
Power's out. There's nothing. There's not even telephone working at this moment.
Okay.
I could have sworn old-fashioned landlines worked with the power off.
No, yeah, but right now there's no
need power
electricity.
in the
Just
temple
doesn't
as
seem
well.
to be working. Not even to emit something as little as to phone. Not necessarily because the phone may require electricity to work. It's just that there is no power. There's just surge of power. That is just making the phone not work either.
Are we in Australia still?
No, You guys are in. Actually, yeah, you guys are in Australia right now.
Yeah, we just went to the dream world. We shouldn't have actually teleported.
You guys are in Australia.
So
Can I go back? Can we go back? Well, I would like to go back to the guy who gave us the stuff to take us
Juice.
to the dream world. See,
Okay.
if he knows more about this.
By the way, when you arrive from the dream world, you do have certain things with you. You do have the book. In as much as you guys don't necessarily have the looks anymore that you had before, you pretty much feel very comfortable as to somebody that might have done all those things, almost as if you've done it in real life. You know, you feel like you've done them.
Can I try to fly my 1 foot?
Yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to fly.
Okay.
let's go check if his family is relatively okay.
Okay.
Oops.
So,
Someone else also had a friend that was in the hospital.
Oh, friend is a strong word.
Coworker.
friend, this is a strong word. I
I
was
kinda-
about to die for
Close
you, but
enough.
I am not your friend.
I kind of agree with Maya. We should go talk to the guy that gave us the dream juice. He might be able to help us understand.
Yeah, that
agree.
sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I was
Let's
about
check
to
on the
die for
family
you,
and
but
then
don't you dare call
that
me
dude.
friend.
What was that?
Although
I
they're
agree,
sorting out if they're
let's-
friends or not.
Sorry. I was just saying I agree. I was saying let's check on the
What
family and
agree?
then go to that weird dude.
What weird dude?
Give us the
The
The one
potion.
who gave us the sleeping pill.
Oh. That weird dude. Alright. So you guys get out and head to the hospital. You head to the hospital and you arrive. The nurse sees you coming in. And by the way, as you walk in, you notice that things are not okay. Cars seem to be crashed to the side of the roads.
Don't care.
Electricity poles seem to be broken.
Don't care.
Things just look pretty bad right now. And you enter the hospital. The nurse says, "Oh my goodness, you're back. I have great news. Your family's awake."
Shut up, as he's just moving towards their room.
Quiet, you.
Sir, I have something important.
I'm
to
just
tell you."
rushing past. I don't give a crap.
Okay.
It's he is.
I just saw my family fucking die in front of me. There's
Alright,
no
so
way in hell.
you go all the way through and you get to the room and you see that there's nobody in the room. Your family's not there.
Don't
Just
panic.
don't.
You probably just move them somewhere safe.
And the nurse finally arrives to where you were at because she was somewhat chasing you. It's like, sir,
Where
sir,
are
I
they?
was just trying to tell you. Her brother showed up, and apparently, he took her with him. I didn't see much of a resemblance with them. However, they all went out the door.
Where?
They started walking. They took a right on the corner and they started walking. But then I didn't get to see him again. I don't know where they went.
Shut up. I'm just moving. Fucking.
Sorry, ma'am. He's just having
I doubt y'all
having a
are
bad
here.
day.
I was here. I left long after y'all just started talking.
Okay.
He's gonna turn towards the nurse. Did you actually attempt to confirm if that was her brother? Did you even attempt?
Well, no, I didn't need to because she's an adult. She can go with anybody she wants.
Does she
Yeah,
knew this person? You said it was her
if her
brother.
mind is in the right state.
Well, she seemed she was in her right state. She woke up. She gave her children a hug. They all had a very, I don't know, very nice moment together. They all were hugging, kissing.
They were under the effects of drugs. So
Well,
regardless,
it
Previous,
didn't strike me
yes.
as they were on drugs.
You
She seemed very normal. She asked me about you, where you were, and I told her that I didn't know that you just left. That I, last time I seen you was yesterday, or and then
pretty far from me to tell you how to do your job, but I have to tell you, you just fucked up
well, I didn't fuck up.
because you let someone who was under the effect of drugs, who just woke up, go with a person you didn't confirm was her actual blood relative.
To me,
That's called
excuse me,
fucking up.
sir, I work at this hospital and I follow some rules. And she is an adult, and she told me that she was okay, and I cannot hold here anybody against their will. She wanted to go. She seemed very lucid. If anything, they were all in a hurry when they left, and they just took off. She
Well,
seemed like she was preoccupied about something.
okay, let's be honest. If even I don't really care, but if something really happens to those three, I'm fairly certain that the father of that family is going to come here with a shotgun and kill every member of the staff.
Well,
Yeah.
Good luck.
we'll see when we get there, and I'm sure the police may have something to say. But I'm sorry, sir. Are you threatening me?
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
No, 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 no. I don't have to do that. Last time I threatened someone, I made a fool of myself. I'm just telling you what's going to happen as a friendly advice.
Okay, well, I don't appreciate your friendly advice. Have you ever heard of if you don't have
I
anything nice to say, don't say anything?
Miss, I just seen that guy kill 5 people that were connected with those who drugged his family
I'm sorry. You said that
in cold blood.
you saw him
Hey,
killing people?
Yep, and he's gonna run out.
hey, maybe you should
Try and
stop
catch up.
talking.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know what's
sorry.
happening right now.
Okay.
He's
Can you just
hey
wait over here? I'll
You're
be
gonna get
right back.
committed.
I'm just.
hey he's
And she
hey
just turns
hey
around and
dude
leaves.
They're
dude
yeah. I'll try to
dude
Who's
grab a
get
she
hold of
gonna
her.
call?
dude get the
Let's
fuck out of here.
Phones
go.
don't work.
Yeah, I'm
fuck it,
Let's
she's
grabbing
go.
him.
part of the cult.
I'm grabbing him. I'm grabbing him
Most
and walking
likely.
him out.
Sir, please let me go. Excuse me. She says.
I'll let go. But I mean, it's like they're just nervous right now. All this stuff going on, the power lines are falling. All this crazy stuff. He's just worried about his family. Is all. He didn't mean any of the stuff he said.
He really sounded very sure of himself, like he was saying. It's. I don't think somebody just makes things up like that. It sounds like very real. And I don't really want anything to happen to anybody without actually maybe telling the police or somebody to actually look into things, because then if something happens, I will not be able to live with myself. This is
Uh,
not okay.
nothing's gonna Hey Thomas, did you want to go outside?
Oh no, I already left.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
left her with the trauma and left.
Well, I'm backing out slowly. Just like, oh, all right. Well,
Yeah, let's
I
go.
don't think they're actually going to do anything because of all the stuff going on. So just
Yeah, small potatoes.
So the
Can
nurse
I do a
goes
tracking
to
check
the
just to
front.
even try to see if I can find them?
All right. So what are you guys gonna do?
Can I try to actually track them down with the track skill or
With the what?
the track skill? You know, track down the supposed brother.
Oh, sure. Okay, you can try doing that.
I'll
I'm
come
in the
along.
desk.
See if I
Yeah,
can see
all
where
I
they
know
went.
is that just go to the right.
Yeah, she sees you about to leave, and she's like, "Sir, excuse me, please don't leave. The police gonna be here. They have some questions for you. They're on their way right now."
who is she
Did you just
getting to
shoot
stop?
her?
Yes, I am. Like, I am a man. I am on the breaking point of my sanity.
Well, shit. You just nurse.
We all walk out of the hospital. We hear pop, 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 pop.
Wait, do you actually
he
say
already
should we
left.
shoot her?
Well,
I thought Anthony left like real quick.
He just
I
rolled
know.
it.
Yeah, actually, I did too.
oh well,
I just don't.
Anthony. No, Anthony, that those two shots, they wouldn't happen because you got that 99.
Yeah, I know.
Nice 99. Go ahead and roll your luck. Okay. So, long story short, is that you're so upset and you're worried that you grab the gun and all of a sudden your gun is kind of like stuck to the holster. It's just doesn't pull out and you just start raging and pulling and all of a sudden, pah! And you just shot yourself on the leg. Go ahead and roll a 1d4, please. Thank you. And the nurse is like, "Oh my God."
Fuck off. As I'm just now
Anita is gonna
going.
cover her ears and start crying.
I'm like, she's like, "Thank God the police are coming. You guys are insane. You should be behind bars."
Let's go.
You're at a hospital.
Gone at this point. Like, god damn.
This should be called a series of unfortunate events. It's like you guys went from bad to worse real fast. Okay, so what do you guys do? Hopefully before the police shows up.
Like I said,
Fucking
Anita's
bucket.
just crying.
I'll go over to Anita and be like, "Come on, we should get going," and kind of put my arm around her, kind of help her out of the hospital.
Okay. So Maya goes out with Anita. And Arlian
Yeah,
is
can we leave and-
Thomas is standing outside the hospital.
Actually, I'm running after the upset father, trying to catch up. What's your movement speed?
So you run all the way
My
to the corner. I guess.
movement is 9.
So what is Anthony that has been shot, Dan and Jack doing?
I'm leaving and
I
trying to
pretty
get
much
outta
left
here.
with Thomas. Like when
Okay.
Thomas left, I left just because I was trying to get his ass out of there.
Okay, so
Fuck it,
you guys
go.
left. So
Guess it's like,
Anthony,
So
you
can-
seem to be the only one left inside the hospital. What do you...
Leaving.
Huh?
I am Anthony.
Yeah. You just shot yourself inside the hospital, about to shoot the nurse.
Yeah, and seeing how that didn't work out, I'm just going to fucking leave because I don't have the time for this.
Okay, so if you're about to leave, do me a favor and roll your dexterity and hard. Thank you very much. All right. So you make it outside. By the way, go ahead and roll your luck. Let's take a look and see how bad your leg bleeds. Your leg is bleeding pretty profusely right now. You may or may not have shot an artery right now. So, based on that luck, I said that you probably did, or at least nicked it. But you know, who's
The
counting?
luck from earlier was a success, though. Like the
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but you just fumbled.
well, what
Can I
damage
do
do I
some-
roll?
No, you don't roll any damage right now. Right now, it wasn't for damage. Right now, it was to determine to see how bad of a hard time you have walking. And apparently, we discovered among all that during your luck roll that you nicked an artery. So, go ahead and give me a 1d12. Okay, so you have about 12 rounds or 12 turns before you bleed to death.
Can I do first aid on him?
You sure can, yeah. Go ahead and roll 1d3, Anthony. And we're gonna go ahead and say that they put a tourniquet on your leg to cut the bleeding.
I'm back to full.
Unfortunately, the tourniquet does not allow you to walk properly, because if you walk, you're gonna be pumping blood into the leg. So therefore, your movement kind of goes out the door. You will need somebody to help you move, for one, and for two, eventually you're going to need real help with your leg. Otherwise, you're gonna lose.
Hopefully
the
not
leg.
from this place.
Yeah, no, I think help from this hospital is out the door. You know, it might have something to do with the fact that you just shot yourself trying to shoot the nurse. Who knows?
I don't want to be in this place. It's fucking shit.
Okay. All right.
I
So,
tell him to hop on my back like a piggyback. Let's get the hell out of here.
Fine.
so you guys get out of the hospital. You make a right and you get to the corner. You see that Thomas is standing there along with Anita and Maya. And by now, pretty much everybody. What's the plan?
I'm still going to go see the guy who gave us the stuff to send us to the Dreamlands.
Yeah.
Dream juice.
Maybe we can get some work.
Who wants to roll
Oh,
intelligence?
cool.
Might
I
as
will.
well.
Give me a
I will.
might as well.
Shit.
All right, yeah, everybody roll. Wow.
It's not working.
I'm pretty sure that that elixir you drunk
Anita.
helped you. Anita.
Yeah, I got a critical success. That's pretty cool.
So, all right. So a couple of ideas that come up. So Anthony, you come up with the idea of the fact that there may be you may need to go back to the U.S. somehow, and it sounds like, based on what you heard on the radio, possibly California. If you're gonna stop whatever just happened.
I don't fucking care about this thing. I'm
B.
trying to find my family.
B, Anita, you kind of think about the fact that maybe the fastest way to the U.S., even if you're not going to end up in California, but probably the fastest way will be the same way you guys got here, trying to find some sort of way over there on the beach area where you guys crossed.
Hey, maybe we should go back to where we arrived here. Maybe we can go back through that portal.
Arlian Thomas goes ahead and says, "Hey, look at this." And he has found another shoe from your kid. And Thomas comes up with the idea of the fact that your kid, there's no more footprints or anything. There was some few prints and markings showing where they were walking, as there was mud, but all of a sudden all that vanished. And then Maya also seems to agree with the fact that possibly you guys should be heading to California. After all, regardless if the family is there or not, you guys should probably try to stop whatever's going on. As Maya, you probably have the idea that if those two things were that big, whatever they're trying to bring might be a tiny bit bigger. And then Jack ultimately is a little bit concerned about Anthony at this moment, as much as he may or may not want to necessarily let anybody know. But at the same time, Jack will have a serious concern about the fact that everything seems to be quickly going to shit. And Jack will possibly agree with the fact that they need to find the quickest way possible to the U.S.
So,
The area that the faker went with the family, that one happened to be in the direction of the beach where I found the first group of weirdos.
Roll your luck.
Thank
Yes.
Christ.
There is. It is in the direction of the beach.
Alright, you freaks knew where it came
All
from
right.
the beach. Show
Freaks.
me.
what the fuck?
We're not
What do
the
you
ones
mean?
who shot ourselves.
Yeah, what the fuck? You're the crazy one. What?
Yeah, crazy, not a freak. Difference.
The
Whatever,
whatever.
old fart.
Let's just go. Yeah, let's go.
I am too angry to literally care.
Sounds like you care to me. Anyways, beach. So I
Yeah.
got away from it better.
Sure.
By the way, by now, Anthony, your character possibly should start feeling some sort of feeling of despair. If there was before a feel of desperation, right now that feeling will probably be 10 times worse.
Yeah. He's just covering it up with the rage.
All right, so you guys head on to the beach. When you get to the beach, you notice that there's a blue light coming out of a cave, the same cave you guys came in. There's a faint blue light. It's the closer you guys get, the more you determine that the portal is not necessarily completely closed. However, maybe if you channel your power, you can try to reopen it. So I want everybody to roll power, please. Thank you. Sit in that you
Just
don't
one
have a
person?
spell, but
Or all of us.
wow, yeah.
You stole our power on flying and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Thomas is the one.
7.
All right, so
There you go.
Arlian, you
So,
managed to
wait,
channel
how does
your
this
power
work?
and go give me. You're gonna give me 7 magic points. You're gonna deduct 7 magic points from your character. That
Okay.
ability just drained you out. You are definitely physically tired, and the portal just manages to open. You don't even know how you did it. All of a sudden, you just put your hands right next to that circle that was the portal, and concentrated, and were able to make it bigger and bigger and bigger as you were extending your arms. And the moment that it
Hey,
got big enough,
technically, I'll.
you just fell on your knees of how tired you were. So
Oh boy.
what is
What the
everybody
fuck?
else doing?
Being real
We'll do the
jealous.
portal.
It's the portal.
I'm just going to go through.
Okay.
You're
Is
all
it-
so casual about portal travel. Like you guys have done it before. I'm gonna go. I'm going through because I've actually done it before though. Like, dang.
Yeah.
Set
Anthony,
myself and my wife on fire in a dream. I am definitely not in the most sane of mind.
Anthony,
Yeah,
you're
that's
gonna go ahead and you're gonna give me some
I'm-
sanity.
I'm going to start experiment. Thomas is going to start experimenting to try to figure out how to open portals on his own.
And
You've
then
already experienced it in two worlds.
give me a 1d3, Anthony, please, and thank you. How
Can
many
you hear
points
me?
have you lost so far?
More than 5.
Well, I know that you lost 5 today, and you went crazy for a bit, but since then,
10.
okay. So right now, again, let's see what happens to you. Yeah, this is perfect. Go ahead and roll a 1d10, Anthony.
Great.
What a
Now
bad
I can't
day
use
for Anthony.
7.
I can't. Now I can't physically use the leg that I lost.
All right, so
That I got shot in.
you cross the portal, and all of a sudden, this is just too much for you. So you go ahead, and all of a sudden, go ahead and roll your luck for me, real quick. Okay. So
Yeah, I
all
wish
of a
I was that
sudden,
lucky.
Give me a 1d3.
Yeah, hold on.
You
1.
lose your sight for 7 rounds. You're not able to see anything, and you get that, and you gain that phobia too, by the way. Which is funny because it's raining everywhere right now. You know, not.
Can you
hard.
just? I'm just talking to whoever's helping me. Like, can you just take me to the damn hospital at this point?
You want to go back to the hospital?
One in the States if you really did come from here.
So you guys cross the portal, and you're back over there under the sea where you stopped that original sacrifice, or where it occurred, and you guys crossed.
Okay, so we're back in Savannah.
In Savannah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you hit out slowly
We
but
can take
surely.
it.
The area is completely empty. It's almost like if everybody's gone, like literally. You manage to climb out through the rocks, and you get out. When you get out, Anthony, you feel the drops of rain falling on you. Obviously, you will freak out. But then again, there's nowhere you can go because ultimately you can use only one of your legs. Just because you have full health doesn't mean that your leg doesn't hurt.
I'm just. Please, just take me to the hospital. So, anywhere but that hospital with that horrid nurse.
Yeah, we can take you to the hospital. Just don't eat the peaches.
So okay, so you guys are at the beach in Savannah, Georgia. What's the plan now?
Are we taking Anthony here to the hospital?
I was sort of thinking stealing an airplane and getting out of here.
I like that idea too.
Can we see is like electricity working here?
Nope.
Like our street? Are
There's
there any
no-
cars running or anything going?
There's no vehicles moving either at this point.
Does the sky look the same too?
This what?
Does the sky look the same as it did in
Yep.
Australia?
Yep. Sky looks completely cloudy, all gray, almost pitch black.
I don't think we'll have any luck going to the hospital. I think maybe going for a plane is the best idea. Does anyone know how to fly a plane?
Nope. Not even sure it'll be running. But better than sticking around here, right?
Yeah, I would assume that by now
Shit.
Anthony will be like screaming in fear due to the rain. Like as cranky and upset as he is and all that, and especially right now having no sight and not able to see his family, he should be losing his shit to where
I'm
you
gonna
know, he'll be
I'm
like,
gonna unravel my waterproof blanket, wrap it in 10 minutes so that it gets out of the rain. But it pissed me off. It takes me forever to roll that shit back up.
all right, so what are you guys doing then? Are you guys going to the hospital or are you guys going to the airport to steal an airplane?
Airport.
I don't even know if an airplane will even work.
Well, what are the chances the hospital's working?
And they could still like sew him up or something.
It's better than nothing. That's for certain.
Well, maybe if you find
It's-
a first aid kit,
Oh, how
you
about-
can sew them up too.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah.
Okay.
Didn't you patch one of
Maybe.
them up earlier? Somebody, you
Yeah.
could do that
I
again,
gave him
right?
some first aid. Yeah, I can do a first aid
What
again.
they did is they applied a tourniquet to his leg, so it wouldn't
Ah.
bleed.
I guess I could try. I haven't gotten to the practicals like at school yet. I could try sewing him up.
You know, maybe in the airplane there might be a first aid kit if you want to try that.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe
Let's
we get
do it.
lucky.
Does anybody have any medicine skill?
Yeah,
I-
me
I
technically.
Okay, good.
I'm not great at first aid, but I have.
I have
Okay.
decent first aid, but my medicine is non-existing.
That's how I am
Medicine
too.
is awful.
All right. So where to then?
Airport, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So you start making your way, and you find a car that is not completely crashed. Do you want to try to start it, or do you want to continue walking towards the airport?
I'll start it.
Let's try and
Easy
steal it.
mechanical repair if need be.
The car seems to have the keys on the ignition. You start the car starts. And you guys start heading over there. You see that all the lights are off. The vehicle works somehow. So
Do we see any other people anywhere?
there's no other people on the streets right now. Which it could be whether because of the rain or because everybody's just freaking out. Or because everybody could be dead. Either or. You know, you don't really know. So you get to the airport. And I'm assuming you're going to drive all the way to where the planes are because why the hell not? Go ahead and roll spot hidden. Let's see if you can find a plane.
My money is
Thank you,
on
Anita,
no,
for
but
All right. So Anita finds a plane. And,
I'm blind.
Maya, as it rains out, while you're looking for a plane, a drop of water falls inside of your eye, and it kind of it kind of hurts you a little bit because one of your eyelashes just come out and goes inside of your eye, and you just start scratching your eye to the point that now it's kind of hurting and you can now see really well. So go ahead and give me a 1d2. Um, and oh wow, Arlen. All right. So you guys find the plane. You start heading towards the plane. Arlen gets super excited about the plane. He runs. He's so happy that the plane is there. Unfortunately, while he's running, and it's kind of dark over there too, he doesn't see that there's a cable going on the floor. And trips on it, falls face down on the concrete or asphalt. Arlen, give me a 1d5. Thank you. All right. So yeah, your arms are a little scraped. Your face. You must have lost a tooth also on the head. All right. So you get on the airplane. Who's gonna pilot
All
the
right, buddy.
airplane?
Anybody know how to fly this?
I'll fucking give it a try. I've never. I mean, yeah. Fuck it. I don't know what role would it be, but like, oh, how hard could it be, really? Right?
All right.
Can
So
I fix my leg while you're trying to not kill us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that before. Yeah.
I could try and fix your leg.
Thank you.
Does the radio work in the plane?
yep, everything works in the plane.
Can we try to like radio somehow like it was the FBI that sent us here, right?
No,
Originally?
The mayor,
no,
the
it was
mayor, and the FBI.
Yes.
No,
the
like
man
from
and
New York
yeah, but they said that
or from
they
Arkham.
were not going to have any knowledge of you doing anything until you solve the case.
Okay.
I feel like we're past that. I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like we're
probably.
past solving the case.
Probably, yeah. You might be a tiny tad past that. I will give you that much. If you want to call the number, you can. I mean, it's up to you. But ultimately, okay, hold on. Your radio. Go ahead and roll your luck. See if you get to talk to anybody. So for the sake of this, since there is no skill for flying an airplane, we're going to wing this. So who's going to fly the airplane?
Oh, I mean,
Not
I mean,
me.
I got drive.
unless someone else wants to try, I mean, I'll give it a shot.
Okay, so Dan. Dan, go ahead and roll your luck for me. How much do you have on drive auto?
20.
How much?
20.
20. Okay.
I got
go ahead and
44.
create another skill, another custom skill.
All right.
And put like pilot airplane or whatever.
All right.
All right. So and go ahead and add. I'm in a good mood. So add 30 to it. This is gonna be so much fun.
All right. I'm sorry. Okay. Got it.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and say that you managed to take off, because ultimately taking off is not the hard part.
Yeah.
So you take off. And are you heading towards California?
Anita?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are heading towards California. California is gonna take you about 2 hours to get there on an airplane. So we're gonna skip time to get there. So once you get to California, um, go ahead and give me a luck roll again. All right, perfect. So
Yes.
the weather is not entirely bad. So now you gotta land the plane. Go ahead and roll your pilot airplane to land the plane.
Oh, fuck. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you land the plane. Everything's well.
Woo.
So you managed to get. Let me see where you are in California. Give me just a moment. Because you would have gone definitely to a coast. Because ultimately they said something about a coast. So at least you will know that much.
California.
Does anybody have any kind of tracking or anything like that?
I have navigator
You
or
have what?
navigate. I have navigate.
Navigating. Okay, you can roll that.
That
All right. So out of navigating and hearing everything, you would have landed in LA, right next to a place called Seaside. When you arrive there, you notice that the town has been completely massacred. Everybody's dead. There's fire everywhere. However, there's a nice big trail that heads towards the coast. You know what? I think we
we
might
sure?
end up finishing this campaign tonight. So, and that's a good thing. We can do something else next week. Okay. So you get to, everything indicates that you gotta go towards the coast, I guess. Everything else just seems to be dead, destroyed. There seems to be signs that something really big did a lot of damage and went through this place, heading towards the beach area, the coast. What do you want to do?
Um,
How about we don't rush like fools this time?
what do you
Does
propose?
that
We
sound
slowly and methodically talk to the nobody that's here?
Well,
no? That we, instead of rushing forward, we try to scout first, come up with a plan that doesn't include us facing a small army.
I mean, that does sound good, but I ran out of my good ideas with stealing the plane.
Yeah. And I could
I
choose
don't.
that line, so I feel like.
I just
I
don't
mean,
know.
if you have confidence to steal a tank, we could try and go steal one of those.
well, also, you don't necessarily know what you're up against at this point.
But I mean, we could infer that it is the two monsters that disappeared in the dream world because they disappeared when
Right.
the kids died.
Could be.
And didn't the radio say there's monsters or something?
Yep.
Did it say monsters or did it just say a disaster?
No, it said disaster.
They
And
said
they
monsters.
mentioned the two monsters,
Okay.
two gigantic creatures. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that just because you're mentioning that or they're mentioning that doesn't mean that they are there. I mean, you're preparing for a fight that don't necessarily know exactly where it's taking place yet.
Well,
That's why I say we
Okay,
go
you guys
steal a tank.
Well, where
Yeah,
are you
but
gonna
to
get a
steal the
tank
plane
from?
went pretty well.
Just
yes. Just,
what's the
We're
point? It's
screwed.
fuck.
We're screwed.
yeah, where the hell are you gonna find a tank?
And furthermore, what the fuck are we even going to deal with it? We don't even fucking.
Yeah, you may
Just
not
want my
necessarily know how to
family.
pilot a tank. So
Oh, simple. If we manage to steal a tank, figure out how to drive it, we can drive in the opposite direction of whatever is where is killing people.
We just spent all that effort getting here, and you want to go the opposite way?
just start heading the opposite way.
I
You don't
don't
need a tank
know.
for that.
I mean, if they decide to try and stop us, I mean, I'm talking about the normal ones, it wouldn't hurt to have something to run them over, shoot them. And no, I'm just dragging my feet because I don't want to go get myself killed.
I think you're
But
just
can
overthinking
we
it.
please try and be a little tactical about this?
Well,
We'll
if
see.
anything,
Let's
the
just.
sense of urgency again will go back to the fact that Dan, at least
I
Anthony,
don't.
should have the same sense of urgency that his daughter might be there. Ultimately, she's somewhere, right? She got
mean,
kidnapped. So
Let's just get going.
by the way, you
You
should be able
notice
to
that.
see by
Yeah,
now,
right.
Anthony.
I would
Yeah,
definitely hope so. We went on a plane ride from the east coast to the west.
We're in
I s-
California.
I rolled to stitch up your leg too, and I got like a really good roll.
Thank you.
Yep.
Let's just get moving.
All right.
Go ahead
Go
and
down
roll
the path.
listen.
Can you roll for me? My internet is a bit.
Be happy to.
Actually, I have connection for a bit. 36 out of 60.
There you go. Oh, thank God you rolled it before I
Mine.
did. Okay. So, you guys, besides of hearing the rain, you're kind of surprised that you just don't hear anything else. Nothing. No cars, no people, no scream. You don't hear loud creatures, which they're supposed to be there. I mean, you're not that far from the coast. You don't hear anything, not one bit.
Anybody else
That's
notice it's too
silent.
quiet?
I mean, ultimately, you have to remember that since you guys came back and since you guys had that confrontation, or at least from the time that you guys woke up, right? It's been at least what, 2 to 3 hours. So you might be running a little 3 hours behind.
Yeah, we might be a little late.
So we follow the carnage? No?
Okay.
they mentioned that they're coming from the ocean. So that's something about the oceans, or so I guess.
Yep, you're in towards the ocean. You're in. You're. If you go, if you care to do it, you can go to Google Maps and look at the map of Los Angeles, and you're right there was a seaside, right next to Long Beach. You're gonna be arriving over there to the coast, and once you arrive to the coast, you see that everything is dead. There's an army of people, citizens, that have died. There are piled up bodies everywhere that they just been decimated. There's a few cultists dead too, not many. There's a dock with a bunch of boats. Who wants to roll spy hidden?
How many cultists are there?
The dead ones? Maybe 10.
Living cultists.
No, there's no living cultists.
Are there any?
No. So those of you that passed the spy hidden roll, you notice that I want to say about 10 miles off the coast, there seems to be another landmass that seems to be that seems to have come from the from under the water. This landmass seems to be pretty tall, actually. And out of the tall part of the landmass, you see that there's a shining light that is bright enough for you to be able to spot it from there.
Do we have a way to get towards it?
There are some boats docked there. I do have to advise that it is storming right now. It is raining a bit harder. The waves are not calm. So you can get there, but depending on your rolls, you may have to roll, some sort of driving skill on a boat, and if you fall off the boat, you may have to swim.
Who has plans?
Current plan? Not dying.
Well, it seems
We're
me
going to
like if
fail
you don't do
that.
anything, you're gonna die anyway.
Yeah,
Closest
I know
thing
that.
I can
Anita
come
doesn't.
up. Closest thing I can come up with to a plan would be.
Listen, you guys saw how big those things were. Like, even if we run into them, what do we have to stop them?
Any sign that like the military was here at all, or that any significant fight was put up?
Yeah, there was a massacre over
But
I have a
it seemed like pretty
stupid
one-sided.
supposition because I don't know if it's true or not, but doesn't in every story summoning ends with death of a summoner?
Hold on. Who was that just asked me if there was if the army was there? Hold on.
It was Jack.
Jack. Go ahead and roll spy hidden, Jack.
Yeah, here. Oh,
Oh, never mind. Okay. All right. So, anybody else wants to roll spy hidden?
Sure.
Might as well. Makes sense. My guy's fucking depressed that his family's basically gone.
I would say that those rolls are kind of normal for you. All right. So anybody pass the spy hidden roll? Yeah,
I did.
Maya.
Fine.
So Maya,
I
you
did.
find you and Arlian find a couple of rifles and a couple of army rifles. That is, and a second. The 5 hand grenades.
I'll take the grenades. Out of character, I have throw 70. That means that I have decent chances to throw it where it needs to go. Do you know what's range on throwing things? I just realized it. It's your strength score. I can throw things at a distance of 50 yards without any penalty to rolls.
Okay.
Shit. If I knew it, I'd make my characters more focused on throwing than on guns.
All right. So, what's next? Are you guys?
I'll let
staying
them know
put,
about the
run away.
the rifles if anyone needs anything.
Oh, yeah.
I
Would
guess
we
I'll take
would
one.
we say that
Might
one
as
of the
well.
three we infill?
Yep. There's a couple rifles and 5 grenades. All
I'll
right.
take hand grenades if that's okay with you guys.
Oh,
I'll
sorry.
take a rifle.
I did
There.
actually fire. I misclicked.
All right. So, are you guys going to run away? Are you going to stay put, or are you guys going to get on a boat and try to get to that island?
Get to the boat. Get to the island.
All right. Who's going
I
to
would
drive the boat?
I would suggest we wait until storm calms down a bit.
We don't know if they'll be the end of the world by then.
And also, he needs to
We're-
save his wife and the children.
At this point, tactics went out the window. We can't really be that careful.
All right. So
Well,
you
I mean,
guys start going. You guys start going towards the massive, um, that massive land, which is funny because it seems, if you ever looked at Antarctica, you might have seen how it's got a wall around it. It's not like beachy that you can just walk up. And that place is kind of like that. However, on one of the sides seems to have, as you're approaching, you seem to identify that there's some sort of stairs made out of rocks. And almost like a natural formation that is a dock where you can park your boat. And right on the stairs, on every single step, there are cultists. All the way up to the top. And obviously there are cultists on the surface too. So.
How tall are walls?
So what?
How tall are those walls?
Great question. Let me tell you. Where's my roll? Okay. About the length of 2 city blocks.
How about you give us an actual measurement? That
I don't know. Let's see.
about 400 meters, nearly.
Yeah, about 400 meters. Whatever that is in feet or whatever. Quarter. Yeah, almost half a kilometer. Whatever. So it's pretty tall. Just imagine your average city block. Put two of them together, and that's about as tall as it is. Simple as that. All right, so you guys get there.
I might be.
Um, but before we get there, I want everybody to roll dexterity as we were right in the boat. Make sure that everybody managed to get on the boat.
No.
Oh no.
All right. Everybody wants to try to roll. Let me see what you can roll. I want to say.
Like a doctor.
I guess roll your strength. See if you can hold Anita from falling. Oh.
No, come on, Jack.
You
Someone
fall
catch
in
Jack.
instead.
So someone gets Jack.
All right. So Anita fell, but somebody catched her. Jack, somebody will catch you, but you will swallow some water while trying to get back on the boat. Long story short, so give me a 1d3, please. Thank you. All right. So in the meantime,
How do
you guys
how do I do
arrive
that?
to the
/R.
the docking
What?
area. The docking area, the whole place is made out of rock. It's like a huge rock, gigantic rock. There's spikes everywhere. And you see the cultists guarding the stairs. However, strangely, the cultists do not attack you. Well, they're not charging at you, at least.
They want Anita.
We don't know that.
Too.
Yeah, I feel good disguised. Like, it worked. I get her. The permits called it good start. Are you sure there's nothing about you?
What's the plan?
Too late to go back to the planet. Why act on strategy? It was nice. So is there like a vantage point that like maybe some of the people with the rifles can go to like
You can
keep
shoot
an
from the
eye out
boat
for
if you want.
things?
That's about as good as a vantage point that you're going to have. However, the boat rocks because the weather's not nice. So it rocks a lot. So if you're going to shoot with a rifle, you're going to be shooting at least on hard, if not extreme, depending on the distance.
What kind of targets were they? It was cultists. But where were
Yep,
they?
those are all cultists.
So they were shooting them from the boat. Like, are they up in the building?
No, they are on the like on the side wall of the elevation or the landmass that goes up. There's like a set of stairs made out of rock that is on the wall on one of the sides, and that's also part of where you are parked with your boat. So there's that area. Then there's a flat area that's attached to the same island where you walk, and then you make it to those stairs. Not too long after that, and there's gotta be at least 50 to 60 cultists just on those stairs, and and then whatever they got going on up there.
But we can't see up the stairs from the boat.
Nope, you're gonna.
But the cultists don't seem to be aggressive.
So you tell me how you want to do it.
Well, if y'all want to go see what they want.
So there is one way in, as far as we know. We don't have any climbing gear we could potentially use to backdoor them.
My leg's still fucked regardless, so
Yeah, there wouldn't be any climbing over there. I mean, you can always try to just go peacefully and see if they just, maybe they just kill you or they just push you out to the water or I don't know. Something.
Hmm.
Maybe peaceful is my best bet at surviving. I don't know about the rest of you surviving, but maybe if they think I'm the special chosen one, they won't kill me.
it's like
Anthony,
pick
I mean,
up
we
the
can.
grenade and hand it to
Anthony,
you.
roll your power. Anita, roll your power.
Oh boy.
Who else has a love interest over here?
In this place, not my character.
Okay. So anybody else that has a love interest, roll your power. So Anthony, your character hears your spouse screaming from upstairs.
Now I rush as best I can, shotgun in
Anita,
hand.
you look up and for a moment, atop of the stairs, you could swear that you see the image of Hilda just moving her hand and calling you to come. Like calling you, like waving at you, come, come.
Anita runs towards that.
So pretty much both of you take off up there. What is everybody else doing?
Oh, bloody hell.
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna.
our,
So I'll chase
I
after
mean,
him.
Yeah.
our options were always fight and die or start running away. I mean, technically, if we retreated, we could have always taken refueled and taken the plane and maybe a set of parachutes
All right, so
and
you
just
start
go
going.
with improvised bombardment.
So just so I understand,
I,
everybody's heading upstairs then, or is anybody staying down, or what's happening?
I'm going up with my gun drawn.
Okay, and what about? Okay, so Dan is going up. Anthony and Anita are both trying to hurry up, so they will be the first ones going. Uh, Arlian, what are you doing?
I don't know how to pilot the boat, so so Thomas's options are follow them or wait until the boat sinks. So follow them.
Okay, so you also go up. Maya, what do you do?
But as I'm running, I'm looking for a route I can take to separate from the rest of the group. To still remain close, but hidden.
Maya, what do you do? Okay.
Maya, if you're talking, you're on mute.
And Jack, what do you do?
I'm following. I'm going up the stairs.
Okay. So Anita, you get upstairs first. And I'm going to tell you what you see in just a moment. But once you get up there, you could swear that you see a path that goes all the way to the front of the island. The part that is actually facing California, right? And there's like an arch. There's a platform, and there's about 5 cultists. 4 of them are kneeling on each corner of that platform. There's the main cultist wearing a black robe and some golden details to it. The rocks that are forming that arch have some purple details to it. And he's holding a dagger. He's holding a purple dagger.
Bang.
And you see that there is a woman kneeling down over there. Anthony, you manage to pass all the cultists, and then you see how the cultists they close aside. They just start tidying up the spaces. So it was a little hard to cross through, but you managed to pass it, and you see that your spouse is also in the middle of that area with the cultists with the long dagger. Everybody else, as you're going up, and you see that you notice that the cultists start tidying the place up. I want everybody to roll dodge.
Oh, no.
No, not Anita, because Anita's already up.
Oh, okay.
And also not Anthony, because Anthony's up. Okay. Jack, you get stabbed on the side of your chest. Everybody else, you do see how they attack you. Obviously, if you dodge, that they miss, or you dodge it. So at that point, you realize that they're not going to let you up as easily. What do you want to do? Are you going to fight? Are you going to go back? Or are you going to stay there?
I'm fighting.
Okay. You guys are fighting. So we're going to go ahead and just for the sake of this, we're going to say that you guys stay fighting over there for the moment. Anita, you notice how it seems like Hilda is hiding behind one of those two pillars. And she seems to be calling you. Are you heading that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me just a moment. Let's see if I have the character sheet open. Yep. All right. I want Anthony. Roll your power on hard, please.
It's gonna fail.
All right. So you pretty much he's not forcing you to do anything against your will. He's just gonna keep you there. And he looks at you and he says, "I cannot allow you to come this way. You will not disrupt this right now." And then Anita, you walk, and he says, "I've been waiting for you, child. You are indeed the chosen one. You are the one that shall bring our Savior. This will be your choice. Only you can do it. You've been chosen by him all this time. Take this dagger, and with this dagger, simply stab this woman. If you stab this woman, the ritual will be complete, and our mighty Cthulhu will arise. He will cleanse this land for you and for everybody else."
How dramatic and poetic do we want this to be?
I cannot hear you. What?
How dramatic and poetic do we want this to be? I'm debating two different things Anita could do.
Well,
Do you?
let me put it this way. At that point in time, you see. Go ahead and roll your sanity, because that's pretty crazy at this point. Okay. Go ahead and roll a 1d. I don't know, 1d4. Okay. How many points have you lost since your last bout of madness?
This will make 6.
6. Okay. So we're not gonna roll about the madness this time around. So this time around, we're gonna go ahead and say that you are gonna get a phobia, 100%. However, your bout of madness is that right now you're going to start losing track a little bit of what reality is and what not. And you see suddenly Hilda appearing right next to you, and she grabs your hands and she says, "You have to do it. You have to cleanse this world. Do it for us so we can be together again. I miss you." And you see her crying in your image.
I
I
try to
yell
move
out,
our
Hilda, don't do it. Or Anita,
Anita.
don't do it.
Anita will take the dagger. Anita will take the dagger and stab the cultist.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you stab the cultist. When the cultist gets stabbed, you see how all the runes that are on the rocks, they seemingly lose their purple color shine, and the island actually starts shaking really bad. Dagon and Hydra that they were standing up there, they vanished suddenly. And you notice how the island starts sinking slowly but surely. You don't have a lot of time up there. The cultists, they also vanish. What do you guys do? And Anthony, you regain
do
back
shit.
control of your character, by the way.
No. I
Running
start
back
looking
to
for
the
my
boat.
family. If not, to start. Yeah, I'm just going to look for my family.
Well, your spouse is still on that platform.
Oh, I'm going to grab her and get her out. And then the kids.
All right. The kids are not there, but the spouse is.
I'll do a spot hidden.
You see,
That was on hard. That was on
actually, you
hard.
know what? I'm gonna give you that one for free. When you're releasing your spouse, you see different pieces of clothing from your children around markings of blood by the edge of that platform, confirming that they died.
Yeah.
Your spouse actually stands up and she holds you and she cries, and she tells you they killed them.
Oh, shit.
I'm just silent, just hold her.
Meanwhile,
Hand her
the
the pistol.
island still continues heading down. So, are you guys leaving or are you staying there?
I'm leaving.
Okay, and
Just-
just to finish with this,
Sayonara.
Anita, the last thing you see is Hilda, uh, due to the fact that you're still crazy. You know, she tells you, she's crying. She says, "Thank you. Now I can be free. Thank you for ending this. You have to live." And and when she disappears, you manage to regain your conscience again. Um, do you run towards the boat?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do.
So you guys managed to get on the boat, and that's the end of the campaign.